stupid thing. It's because the Scarlet gets a little weird. All right. Can I get some?
Oh God.
Yeah, speak please.
Yeah, no, there was echo already.
Already?
Because I had the chat.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
okay.
Twitch.
Perfect. Okay, so that should do it. Mike, can I get a?
Check 1 2.
Oh,
Check
you
1
are
2.
super fucking
Well, I was right up on it.
Don't.
How about
I
right?
could hear it on
Also,
Twitch,
chat is
so it's good.
confirming.
To be
There we
fair, you're usually shoving the mic further into my face.
That is true. Okay, perfect. Oh, thanks. Hey, Shadow Swordsman, what's going on, dude?
What up, Shadow?
Hello, audience member.
Yeah, sorry about the mute. Okay, so
No,
perfect.
tiny
So
kitty.
I was doing a recap. So last time, hell yeah, chill, dude. Last time, in a display of amazing decision making and skill and agility, the Uza, our rogue Aarakocra, he showed up for work in the dwarven city of Kern because everybody had to have jobs there in order to maintain their kind of visa status to stay in the city, and they came for the assistant to the head tinkerer. This elite Kingsguard came to take him away, and he decided he was having none of it. Threw the dust of sneezing and choking into the air, managed to pass the checks while the guard continually failed theirs, all except for two. And one grabbed the gnome and started to make a run for it, while two fell unconscious, and the third one tried to bar the door before eventually losing consciousness as well by suffocating on this dust of sneezing and choking. And so he made his way into this underground tunnel trying to run after the escaping one. And as he ran away, he yelled, and there happened to be our druid was in a shop closest to, really actually super close to that. And that's Zephyr. She made her way out, found them, and started chasing after. And they found themselves opening this secret tunnel underground, and were chasing after him, falling into many traps along the way. And meanwhile, Bloodscale, our Dragonborn barbarian, had showed up to work at the mine, and the mistress of the mines, the one in charge, never showed up to take everybody down to the mine, so he went looking for her. And yeah, that was kind of what happened last time. Meanwhile,
I was dexterous as fuck.
Yes, super skilled, and managed to get a thorn whip to catch the guard as it was running away and pull him to her. Now, so that's kind of the recap of what happened last time, and this time we're going to open with the missing party member from last time and kind of just find out what he was doing during this. And so... 1 second, sorry.
Oh yeah, Shadow, it'll be on YouTube later. You can also catch a bunch of them. Ty just uploaded a bunch of these to YouTube, a week ago or so? Yeah.
Yes, they're all on YouTube, and then you can also Twitch saves them for a few weeks, like up to almost a month if you wanna catch up. But yeah, the ones all the way back go on YouTube, and they'll be there. It's just youtube.com/hitchhiker of the mind. Yeah. All right, so with that, we'll kind of dive into exactly what our human sorcerer, Viser, was doing during these times. So so last time you'd done your performance at the Tinkerers Guild, and we're checking your notes to see exactly what your next move was as far as what you were assigned to, because you were assigned to the Performers Guild, the ringmaster sending you to different parts of the city to sing songs, and you got an approved list of songs, and it looks like I know, right? Next, so you were sent to the blacksmith, the smithy area, which upon looking around and you see some signs that are in Dwarvish, which you can read, and you kind of make your way down further, deeper and deeper into the city. And
I look like a normal dwarf at this point?
Yes, right now you just look kind of like a nondescript dwarf.
Okay.
Let's see, where is it? Okay. Yeah. And looking like this nondescript dwarf, you kind of make your way kind of down further, and you start hearing the hammers as you get deeper and deeper. And it starts to lighten up. Not the same light that lights the ceiling through these different times, but as you go deeper and deeper, you're starting to kind of hear the sound of kind of like a boiling lava and the sound of the forges going. You kind of make your way down, and
Oh man.
pretty soon you find yourself standing at this huge gate. Can everybody see the new place that I uploaded?
Yep.
Yep,
I can
yep.
see it.
Perfect. And as you get closer, the sounds of the hammers kind of go deeper and deeper, and you see three main figures working on the at different size anvils on this ledge of this precipice that digs deep down into the volcano itself. The lava being pulled up by what looks like magical means, as you are seeing the pit is deep, and at the bottom of it is the lava, but you see runes along the side of the canyon that pull lava up from it as it seems to flow upward and into the forge. And as they... I swear to God, I'm going to murder you.
He said lovingly.
Arthur, come here. It's enough.
Oh man, he's really hit that age where he has a real.
Yeah, it's coming. It should be there soon enough. But... Two shakes. You're going under the
Oh
desk.
wow! Look at all this. Look at that. There's lava being pulled up from the pit.
Perfect.
Honestly,
And,
this is very unsettling.
And as the sounds of the smiths working away in the volcano itself kind of pervade, it's starting to get super, super hot as you go down. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you go deeper in.
Constitution.
I know, right, Mountain? Okay, that's good enough. So you start sweating profusely, but you don't seem to suffer any other effects from it. You do notice that the sweat is making its way into your beard. Like, you actually have
Oh,
it's a
great.
real beard. It's not just illusionary.
What? Oh no! Oh, did I change? It's not an illusion. I changed shape.
Yep, you've actually changed shape, so you're
And
kind of...
I knew that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
You'd
great.
suspected it, but you weren't sure how like solid it was. And it seems to be just full-on transformation, the entire thing. And and it's... You realize how uncomfortable it is being this hairy, but as you're kind of making your way down... here, oh, here's your dwarf token. That's what you look like.
Only I could be less hairy.
And you make your way down, and you see the raised platforms on which the smiths are working. You see there's a smaller one that's kind of closer to you, but it's about a 7-foot ledge that goes up. So this will be the Dawforged company playlist, not the other one was a one-off that we played. Oh, I'll go and assign that dwarf token to you.
Yeah, that
There you
was
go.
DM'd by Mike. Who's
Yeah,
currently
DM'd by
playing Uza.
Oh,
Uza.
yeah.
It's also a fun playlist to dive into if you have the time. So now should be able to control the dwarf token, and
Super spooky.
yeah, it takes place in hell. It's a higher level campaign, which is super fun. But so you make your way up to this forge. Everybody, no, you can't move it.
I got it.
Okay, perfect. And then as you make your way towards the steps, you see a guard kind of stop you and hold out his arm, and what's your business here?
Well, I'm here to sing some songs for the workers, make sure that they keep their spirits up, and remind them that we live in the greatest dwarf city in the world, which makes it the greatest city in the world.
All right then. Do you have the guild send you then?
Yeah.
Very well. You got your rings.
I have. I start playing the violin on my tiny little violin rings.
Perfect. All right. You go up and line their spirits. They seem a little down today. And so you make your way up, and as you get closer and closer to lava, it gets hotter and hotter. I'm gonna make another Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh God! I know they said this would be difficult, but this is ridiculous. But blue.
Perfect. Yeah. And then but as you're getting closer and closer to it, you just kind of grit your teeth and like, you know what? This is fine. And you just kind of...
I can make fire. This should be fine.
just so.
All right.
And so you kind of make your way up to the.
I'm gonna walk up and talk to this fella here.
That fella, and you wake up. Okay. What do you want to say?
Right, so I am your guild-appointed bard for the evening. Do you have a favorite song that you'd like to hear?
Don't talk to me. Talk to the Forge Master. And he kind of gestures back over to the stairs. I'll listen to anything to get me through this fucking heat. And and with that, he jams a blade that had been in his hand that he'd been forging into a bucket of water. And
Right, which one's the Forge Master?
up the stairs, the one at the biggest anvil.
Okay, alright, so these stairs? The stairs I'm on?
Yep. And
I have to step over lava? Damn, alright.
yeah, there's an
Don't
active
make
flow
that.
of lava. You see as you go to
Is
step
a
over
hazard.
it, there's a thick glass over the top of it that seems to be holding, with some runes also carved into it in Dwarvish. And then, so as you step over, you look like you see the glass and realize you didn't have to. It wasn't like a danger; it was just there.
Alrighty. Just there to freak me out. Alright, I'm gonna head up to. Is that a lady up there?
That is, yeah. And as you make your way up to this female dwarf who's working a lot faster than the other dwarves, she doesn't seem to be affected by the heat at all. The first thing that you notice is there's a blindfold over her eyes, and she keeps. Okay, we'll catch you tomorrow, Shadow.
Shadow.
And
Oh,
so
Shadow.
you see this blindfold over her eyes as she's in the complete overalls and everything. Her arms bare as she works, and instead of sweating, there doesn't seem to be a drop of sweat on her. You notice her eyes, though, around the thing covering them. There's like burn marks around where her eyes are, and above her head is a floating sphere of seemingly molten metal as she's working on this flattened out piece of iron. Then you see as she holds it with tongs and hammers into it, her heavy gloves protecting it from the heat. And even before you can say anything, her head looks in your direction, even though she has no eyes as you walk up.
Hello! I'm your guild-appointed bard for the evening. I was just coming in to see if you had any requests for songs I could play for you.
Oh yes, that'd be fantastic. Actually, you know, I could use a little inspiration for the Morganland here. It's something that just came to me. You know what? Can you sing of maybe? Do you know any songs of Gond?
Let me check the book.
Make a history check.
History check. Oink. Not sure about Gond exactly.
Well, I
But
guess,
here's the list of 4 they gave me, and I rattle off the 4 they gave her.
She's like, well, I guess more.
I could also sing you the song of the Dawforged company. I've been given license to sing that. It's a new little ditty. We've been quite popular around here, actually. They keep telling me it's the next big song. If you.
Is that so? Well, is it inspirational?
Oh, it's the tale of great battles and you know, sorcerers, and dragonborn. And
Make a persuasion check.
it's gonna be great. Bam!
Voice.
Dirty 20.
And it's a dirty 20, but it works. She's like, all right, that sounds. If it's inspirational and maybe point me in the right direction, lay it on me. She goes back.
I start do a little tuning with the finger rings.
Perfect. And so there's this, and you finally find the exact pitch and everything that you're looking for that goes with this particular song, and as you start to like kind of rub the rings together, go and make a persuasion, or no, a performance check.
Do I get advantage because I have
Yes.
these little?
The rings do give you advantage.
Yeah, another dirty 20.
Perfect. And as you start
Because
singing,
you wouldn't have made it without advantage.
and as you start singing, the tune takes on a kind of a new life to it as you start singing. And then as you see, she starts hammering a little faster and starts kind of shaping and looking at it. She's like, "That's great, but can you give me a visual to go along with this? I've got almost the right thing here." And just kind of looking at it, and you see the orb on her head kind of shifts towards your direction. It's hard to tell you can tell when it shifts, but hard to tell when it's looking at, because it's an orb of kind of like a lead ball that seems to be still liquid as it looks at you.
I'll create
Minor illusion.
like-
And
floating, like fire shapes of what's going on. They're like a little indistinct, but they still look like the party in the fight, whatever.
perfect.
Fight with.
Perfect. And as the fire comes to you, it leaps from your fingertips, and as you're telling us, and all of a sudden the fire leaps from your hands. Roll on your roll a d100 for me.
Oh no! Oh no! You wild magic, man. Alright, D100.
27.
7.
Okay. Perfect. Hold on one
Dice
second.
on your way through the parking lot.
Damn it. Speaking of references. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Quick. Okay. And then, so as you are singing and you create these images, all of a sudden the fire collecting out of over your head, which you're making these images of, starts to coalesce, and it seems to start to grow, and all of a sudden you're having a hard time controlling it, and all of a sudden it pulls loose from your grip and flows into the lava, and pulling the magic from you. You're just all of a sudden the magic seems to take on a life of its own, and
Great.
in the lava it starts to congeal into this form.
Help! Help!
And
This isn't supposed to happen! It's not part of the fucking...
so the music, though, as you start yelling for help, the music seems to be continuing from your rings, even though you're not rubbing it together or concentrating on anything. This form takes on, the fire starts building into this form of a woman, and it collects into itself. And
That's a new trick!
and then as it does, it forms into this woman steps out of it, still made of hair made of fire, her skin dark red and blackened. And with that, I'd like you guys to welcome Molly to the party.
What? Hey, Molly!
Alright, so I just sent her the invite on BlizzChat. She should be joining us in just a second. And so
that was
Molly,
loud.
Fuck yeah, sorry guys, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
and so the
Gotta
music
hit the little, in the corner, that little headset.
and the music crescendos. Alright, and I'll wait for her to get here. So, yeah,
So
Player-
there it is.
Player 5 has entered the party. And as the fire coalesces and then eventually comes down into the shape of this woman who steps out of the fire, hovering over the lava. The music starts to dim just a little bit.
Oh my god! So loud!
Oh, there's an
So
echo
loud.
in that room.
Unbelievably loud. Jesus.
Nailed it. All
Gonna
right.
have to
There's an
talk
echo in
as
that
quietly as
room.
possible.
Oh man.
Oh man,
And
that was that was bone jarring.
as you step out of the fire and flames and lava, what would you like to say?
What did you say, Molly?
Oh, Molly, we can't hear you.
Excuse me, my name is Taz. I said, hey guys, I'm Taz. I'm sorry, is the fire too hot for you? You want me to turn it down a little?
I thought I turned on the fire, but I guess I didn't start the fire. It was always burning.
Since the world was turning.
Hi, everyone, magic! 1 second, I need to talk to my assistant. Hello, who are you?
Not your assistant.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you were. I have no idea what just happened. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get murdered by these zealot dwarves. It's all. Who are you? What are you making there? What's going on, Molly?
Just hearing that the like slides away.
Oh, mute me on
Blues
Blues Chat. Yeah, you definitely want to mute Twitch and mute me in Blizz Chat. Else that's gonna just be a whole nightmare of cascading.
Oh yeah.
You know, just over on the left there, where it says channels on the left. Keep going left. Okay, you got it.
Perfect.
more than one way to do it. I didn't get it.
Oh, there's a mute button.
Hey, it's mean.
She wishes she could do that in real life for you.
Who don't? That's right. I
Little
so,
Ripley, but she's the baby kitty.
Thanks.
All right,
So,
go ahead.
I just don't know what to do.
Figuring out Bliss Chat.
Should be fixed now.
All right,
Alright,
perfect.
can everyone else? I have Molly muted, so is everything good? We good?
No, I
We
can't
need
hear
her to
Molly.
talk.
Molly, talk.
I'm talking.
There we go. Okay, we got Molly now. And so you said you weren't his assistant, and then he said, yes, I know, but I didn't want to be killed by these zealot dwarves. From behind you, the Forge Mistress looks up and she's like, "Ah, are you part of the story?"
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Who said that?
The Forge Mistress asked if she was part of the story.
Yes, I am.
Absolutely. She's Taz of the Dawforged company. She's the one of the members who goes with us everywhere we go, and not us, them.
Oh, strange. She wasn't part of the story up till now.
Oh, just a heads up, Molly's roll20 keeps crashing.
Yeah, I keep seeing her pop in and out. Yeah.
But anyway, she's with them. So if you have any questions for her,
Oh, thanks, buddy pal, whose name I definitely know.
oh, you wouldn't know me. My name is Kronzel McBronze Face. Beard. Bronze beard. Sorry, I got distracted.
Make a deception check.
A disadvantage, maybe.
Not
call
quite
you
disadvantage, but
Chronic for short.
it's not often you think somebody's lying about their name. But yeah, okay,
I'm
barely.
not gonna remember whatever it is that you said.
What?
I said, can I call you Chronic for short? I'm not gonna remember whatever it is that you said.
You just called me Kron. That's fine. I'm Kron.
Short for Chronic.
Kron the Barbarian. No, Kron the Bard. Just the Bard.
And as you say, Kron the
Sure,
Bard,
man, whatever you say.
another entity that seems to form into place. The fire, again, coming up and forming into. This is actually. This is fun.
Taz, like,
And
is
it's
this one of yours?
And it's this large fire elemental as it forms above the lava. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, wait.
Everybody who's there.
Everybody's there, yeah.
Damn. Tied it. Okay, so in roll 20, what you're gonna. I'm just gonna seal this for 1 second. So right here, and then player characters.
She can also click her
Ty-
icon and then click initiative.
No, it hurts. She can't get to her character sheet.
Oh
because it's
yeah,
not
no,
on,
that makes sense because she wasn't part of the campaign. That's all I just Hold on 1 sec. So I'm going to show this to everybody so they can appreciate your beautiful portrait.
Showing very little initiative.
I found that. Alright.
Mom.
Yeah, try it in Chrome maybe. Firefox is the dead man's browser.
Oh.
Just out of curiosity, is she topless?
No. Actually, it's
know
up to her. I don't know.
Don't know yet. You'll have to wait for her to describe herself. I would guess
I'm trying
almost
to-
always. Just kidding.
Well,
Just trying to visualize things, guys. What? Don't
Not
be-
currently, but I'm always open to proposals.
Jesus.
Good thing you got fire resistance. Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Checks Lemino.
Sure.
oh, baby!
That's fine.
Should have
The
saved
penis
my name
girl.
was. Should,
Why'd
what?
you break the cactus? You
I
sucker.
didn't break it!
Put it back in the window.
Oh, he's sad, he's limp.
Put it back in the window.
Should have said my name was Slip Fistum.
Just said her name was Dick Kickem.
Dick Kickem. Oh, that kills me every time. Just that guy, the way he reacts to it.
I'm all out.
Yeah, kick him. Now, somebody the chew bubble.
I'm cursing in the microphone. I call that.
All right, is there roll 20 back up?
Kick him. I don't know.
Kick 'em.
Just type roll20.net. It'll get you there.
I'll give. So you'll also have control of.
Oh, you don't need to go to the link he gave you anymore.
Yeah, you
You're
just go to
now
roll
part of the
20.
campaign, so you can just go to roll20 from now on, and
Oh,
it'll show
yeah.
up under your shiz.
Oh wow, Molly joined like 6 times. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. It's been an issue.
Either very or very not committed.
Woo. So while you're logging on, do you want to describe what your character looks like, Molly?
Yes. So, as you may have suspected, I am a fire creature, fire ganassi. A little under 6 feet tall. Made of fire. Got yellow eyes. Kind of like mid-length hair. It looks like flames. Surprise, surprise. And even though I look like a ganassi, my silhouette and the way I move suggests a different type of race, maybe like an orc or a half orc.
Burly.
Others would just call me well built.
Chick's
brick
beefy.
house.
Cause she's a brick
Thicker
house.
That was
She's
nice.
made of fire.
and letting it
Hey. All right.
How many C's are in that thick?
all.
I mean,
About at least 4. Not quite
At
to like
least 4.
6, but at least 4.
Solid 5.
Ooh.
Damn, that's thick. All right.
she looks like if you set Lizzo on fire.
Oh my god.
Does she have Truckosaurus hands?
All
Oh damn.
right,
it's-
Morpheus edges us. Okay, I'm trying to help.
I know it's not the other intro. Extra.
God, that's an old one.
Oh damn. What is it called?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I thought I was on push to talk.
Oh, is it Jeff's old game?
I think so.
What the fuck?
Okay, well,
I've never had problems with Roll20.
All right. So I gave TJ control over your character sheet and everything like that. So TJ, since you have 2 screens, can you pull open her character sheet on another screen that she could look at, and we can kind of run
Yeah.
this for now?
I don't know what they can hear and not hear because you're on push to talk and it's throwing me off really badly. So if you could just
well, I pushed to talk for that part. So
okay, can you just go to regular open mic? just fucking with me.
This is fantastic.
It's horrible.
Maintaining the pace
All right.
real well today.
I agree.
Yeah.
There we go.
What? Why does she have 3.17 initiative?
Oh, because it's her character sheet's still set to use tiebreakers, and you rolled for you again because you didn't have hers selected.
Just
I got it. It's-
yeah, bam, and then you go with the blam. There you go.
There you go.
22 initiative.
22. Good God.
Time to kiss him.
Came on open mic
I
now.
don't know how.
Yes, I am.
Because you rolled a 2.
Oh, I rolled a 2, and then I let him take over and roll for her. All right. So, TJ, what's your dexterity score?
My dexterity score?
Yes.
13.
Okay. So you lose the
Got
tiebreaker.
super dexterous.
All right, perfect. So you lose the dexterity tiebreaker. So you will
That's
be
fine.
going last. All right.
Oh.
So,
Can I roll?
Tazir, what would you like to do? Let's get some of that sweet music back. Hold on.
Here, if you want to see some of the stuff
One
you
of our
can do.
enemies is here.
Wow, she doesn't have a lot of spells, so she must be a melee character?
Oh,
I'm a ranger.
Ranger. Okay, so here you go. We have a longbow attack, a produce flame
You know,
attack,
I have
burning
my-
hands.
did you add your
Tell me
spells
what you want to do, I'll click it.
D&D Beyond yet?
I did.
Okay, hold on. Let me add her spells then real quick. I looked for them, and I guess I missed them earlier today. Everything else should be there, though. So that's good.
Just tell me what you want to do, I'll click on them. Make them happen for you. You can just look in D&D Beyond and tell me. I'll just click it.
Perfect. So
That's
let's
bizarre.
go ahead.
Hey, Right here.
Boom.
Hunter's Mark. Is Hunter's
I
Mark a
cast
spell?
Hunter's Mark. on what's his face.
Ty, where do I grab
Yes,
it?
it's a spell. I'm adding it. She can do that as a
There it
bonus
is.
action and then attack.
Okay.
And then I can still.
Yep. Hunter's Mark. 3? I don't know what that means.
So that'll be the damage for it. For right now, it just marks them.
Okay. Well,
So she uses a hunter mark as a bonus action.
Do flame arrows. Well, he's flames.
yeah, he's made of fire.
Well, I'm shooting with regular.
Okay. Just a longbow attack.
Oh, she's on whispered. So I'm going to change that. 1 second. Okay, and then so nat 1. All right, so fires
Your
her
heroic
arrow,
interest
but
may not be as much.
she gets 2 attacks per turn though, so she can fire again when using
fire
the attack action.
I would like to fire.
Okay. You guys can hear Mom.
Yeah, 21. That hits.
21!
So
And then I click Hunter's Mark?
yes,
Fuck yeah!
Oh,
and another 5 damage on top of that.
Nice.
TJ
So-
Molly microphone echo is killing my brain.
Oh, I don't have it too bad.
Sorry.
I've got it pretty bad.
Oh shit, I'm just used to it, I guess. All right, so you fire. You see Tazir. She kind of pulls up one of her hands and points to the flame monster, and she makes this sigil in the air, and you see this small, strange, almost blackened flame fly from her fingertips and wrap around the body of the flame elemental, and seems to dissipate into it. And then she fires one arrow, and it goes off wildly, and the second arrow though fires away and hits directly into the chest of the creature. And then that'll bring us to the fire elemental's turn. He's going to run up here, and he's going to attack.
Gotta run up on me.
Not on you. I'm going to use a 2 touch attacks,
2 touch.
1 for each of you. The 8 goes towards Visair, the 17 towards Tazir.
Hey, something my armor class can beat.
Woo! And then
Go 11.
Tazir, what's Tazir's armor class? I believe
She's
it's
got
16.
16.
Okay, so that hits, but I believe she has resistance to fire, so it's the damage is reduced to half, so she takes 5 points of fire damage.
5 points of 5.
And then after that becomes you, Visair.
Alright, let's see the old spell book. What do we have that was good for fire? Let's see. I could banish it. That would buy us a second, right?
Yeah, whatever you want to try.
Crap. I have Ray of Frost, but it's probably effective, right? Do they have like, is it like Pokemon sometimes where it's like, it'll do a ton of extra damage, or is it just a little bit of extra damage?
You don't know.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna banish him.
You gonna try for banishment?
Wow, I don't really understand how banishment works. Like, what does he roll against? So I don't want to waste it if it's...
So what's your spell DC? So on your character
His spell DC is 15.
So he rolls, I believe it's whatever the saving throw says for the spell, and he has to beat 15.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna try and banish him.
Perfect.
Be gone! You!
Alright, so and that is a charisma saving throw. He has a -2.
Yeah! A dirty 0.
Dirty 0. Okay. And with that, the creature is banished, and
I immediately turn to the Forge, Queen. What is she? Forge Master?
Forge Master.
There is a giant elemental that just came out of the lava. Does that happen very often?
It happens occasionally, but not too often. And then as you're talking to her, these all the guards have made their way up the stairs and over. And where the fuck did it go? Normally,
Alright,
the
so
beef stinks to death.
I banished it for a second, so I guess I can bring it back and you can all just wail on it, yeah?
I suppose.
Alright,
Hell yeah, Chronic. I'm there for you.
Kron. Kron speed.
Chronic. Oh, hell.
Alright. Alright, here I go! What do I do to unbanish him?
You just you willfully end the spell effects.
And he comes back!
Perfect. And
Snap.
so
And,
use your
bring that
action
back up.
on your turn. So you'll still have a bonus action as he reappears. But
Nice.
and the fire elemental comes back raging and looking all around it as it's now surrounded by a cadre of dwarves, and the forge master also makes her way over and for them real quick. Damn, forge master. Perfect. Okay, so and then we'll start with you. All right, so what would you like to do for your? You have a bonus
I'm just
action
gonna
left.
take a little step back out of here, just gonna back away.
Perfect. Excellent. So as you back away from it, you take a opportunity attack.
I don't have disengage, that's right. Got used to it in Mike's campaign.
Alright, so he's gonna attack you with a touch melee attack, 20.
Ow!
Perfect. And
Yeah,
you
no, I don't
and
have shit for that.
as you kind of walk back, its arm reaches out and scoops up the front of you, and you light on fire. You take 14 fire damage, and you are continually on fire until you put it out. And so, yeah, it reaches out. You're light on fire, and you're kind of patting it down. You notice your new beard is also on fire as you're trying to make your way out of this.
Chronic. I can cure wounds.
That's good.
I'm also immune to fire, so I don't really understand the situation you're currently in.
It's alright. we'll get to it when we can. So whose turn is it now?
And then next, it'll be the guards, as they all of them are going to make two-handed spear attacks.
There we go, fellas. Do they have advantage?
The first and third one do, because they're technically well, actually the first, fourth, and third, because they all have flanking.
2, 3. Don't they all just have flanking?
This guy technically doesn't, because it needs somebody here for flanking.
Okay.
But actually, you know what? Okay, actually, that's probably, yeah, they probably all have advantage because of flanking, actually, because they have it fucking surrounded. It is an AC of 13, so it's not going well for it. 1, 2,
look out.
crit.
I'm going
Yeah.
down.
All right, Jesus. So
Does Hunter's Mark add anything for other people attacking?
no, just for her.
Okay.
It's a selfish spell, but a good one.
And I think it actually got dropped when it got banished.
I don't know, because it's technically in a pocket dimension, but the duration didn't let go. It would stay on, but she wouldn't have the knows where it is aspect of Hunter's Mark.
Hmm.
Did it go to the pocket or wouldn't it go to the fire?
Perfect.
emblem?
And that brings us to Zir. What would you like to do?
Yeah. What's that?
Did it break again?
Did it break again?
Liz Chess has her mic is muted.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly, you gotta unmute your mic. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna. Oh, I got roll 20 to work.
Hey.
Sorry, back to character, but
Now you can.
should be able to access my character sheet, right?
Yep. It should be in the handouts. It should be under the player characters. Tazir Ikapu.
Oh, at the top. Go to the top. Ding, 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 ding. And then character sheet. And then you have your spells. And in the middle column, you have your attacks.
Okay. Why are my spells all here?
I'm working on getting all of them right now. So for right now,
Oh, okay.
most
Sorry.
of them are there. Oh, you're good. Yeah.
Like, Alright. Well, I guess I'll longbow him.
Perfect. And so if since he's within 5 feet of you, you'll have disadvantage on it. You won't have disadvantage if you use your short swords.
Sharpshooter. If I use my what?
Short swords.
Oh, short swords. What about sharpshooter? I thought that helped with this.
That's it. Oh, let's see, sharpshooter. I
Probably doesn't help with that.
hold on. I don't believe it helps with that exact one. Let me take a look at your feats. No, it ignores half cover, 3/4 cover, and then yeah,
Alright, well, I'll use
if
my
you're using
short
the
sword.
longest sword. Okay, so go ahead and make attacks with your short swords.
1, 2,
Oh, so it's the second flame tongue thing with the dots after it. Those are your short swords. That's them unignited.
got it.
13 hits, and you have 2 attacks per action, so you can make another one. Perfect. And 22 definitely hits. All right, so you see Tazir. She pulls out both of her swords and swipes into the being of the elemental, and it takes. It seems to be taking damage from her pretty easily. And then you also have a bonus attack action that you can do, so you get 3 total when you use your short swords.
Fire knows fire.
Go ahead and make one more attack as your bonus action, unless you'd
I'm
like to
looking at-
cast a spell.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Oh, don't forget to
He
use your.
has Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Or
yeah.
is that not on there?
Yeah, you
Or I
can use
should do
Hunter's
that.
Mark.
Okay. Oh, why did it change?
Yeah, because you can apply that whenever you hit with a melee attack.
Really, she needs to roll Hunter's Mark damage twice?
Yeah, you need to roll Hunter's Mark damage twice, and then one more short sword
Okay.
attack to see if you can roll it a 3rd time. So another 5.
And then short sword again?
Add another.
Roll your Hunter's Mark twice. Your Hunter's Mark procs every time you hit. So if you hit twice, you hit it.
So one more Hunter's Mark.
Sorry. roughly.
Nice. So another 3 damage, and then that short sword attack is a crit for 11 damage. And roll your Hunter's Mark on top of that. Another 3. And as you see Tazir just fucking dig into this fire elemental with both of her swords, just slashing through it, you see the form of the fire elemental start to flicker and fade out. And that'll bring us to the Forge Master as she has made her way over to this, and you just see her kind of whisper under her breath, "These are usually a good sign, but they're better when I put them down." And she's gonna make she pulls out a long sword. She said, "These are usually good luck, but it's better when I put them down." And then she pulls a long sword out from under the there's like a pile of like weapons. She pulls one. It's actually like kind of this big barrel of weapons. She pulls a long sword out of it, and then makes a couple of attacks. Neither, and as she kind of like swipes at it, neither attack actually find purchase on the fire elemental, as it's now the fire
Come on, are
elemental's
you
turn.
blind? I'm just kidding.
No.
And the fire elemental is going to move its way over onto these two and engulf them in flame, and then do its multi-attack against Tazir. 21 and a 12. Does a 20? I'm pretty sure the 21 hits. Does the 12 hit? I forget your AC.
Is it
No, just the 21. I have 16 AC.
Perfect. So you're hit, and you take 2 points of fire damage since you're resistant to fire. And then your clothes start to light on fire, which isn't that big of a deal for you. But at the beginning of your next turn, you'll start taking fire damage as part of that. And then yes. And since you're sharing a space with it, you take another 1d10 fire damage. And so does the dwarf. Alright, so. And you take another 2 points of fire damage, the dwarf taking 5. And you see the dwarf guard that is also in this fire starts to panic, and he's reaching all around as fire has engulfed him. And that'll bring us to Visair.
Alright, what do I have to do to extinguish the flame on myself?
So you can take an action to pat yourself out, or you can douse yourself in water or anything that you see close.
Stop, drop, and roll. Duh.
Can I shoot a ray of frost through my beard?
You'll take the frost damage from using the magic, but you can do that.
It'll hurt me if I shoot it through my beard?
Yes, yeah, because your whole body is on fire. Like, your clothes and everything are on fire right now. So if you're using magic that does damage to put it out, you'll take the damage from that magic.
How much,
And however much the freezing ray does.
no, how much fire damage am I set to take?
1d10. Like, let's see, I do 2d6, it's 1d10.
Can I use Prestidigitation to instantly snuff a torch or a small campfire?
Yes, as a bonus action, you could press the digitation yourself down. I could say that's... Yeah, we can do that.
I'm gonna hit it with a Ray of Frost and then Prestidigitate myself. So it'll be
Perfect.
Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, and then, go ahead and, okay, so prestidigitation it away, and then,
do
Ray
I
of
get
Frost.
attack advantage since these flanked?
Yeah, you would, but you're making a ranged attack. So, it just negates the disadvantage that you would have from making
Okay.
a ranged attack from 5 feet away. Perfect.
So
And
I'm not on fire anymore.
yes, you're now not on fire as the flame elemental is engulfed your two companions. You did take 1d10 at the beginning of your turn, though. Let's see how much that was. So you took 8 points of fire damage as you got
Ew.
at the beginning of your turn when you got lit when you were on fire. And then that'll bring us to the guard, who are gonna kind of like pile in and try to. This guy's gonna try to move out, but he's staying within combat as everybody turns in, and they're all going to make their spear attacks. No advantage this time because of where they're positioned. So only two.
No good advantage for the guy inside of him.
The guy moved out, so he's actually this guy right here. So the only 2 hit. So I'll do spear, 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 spear. Perfect. And as they dig into him, you
This
see
guy has advantage.
he already hit, so that's no worries. All right, so as they die, the flame is now having trouble keeping itself together as you see it start to form and flicker, and it seems to be drawing power out of the lava that it's trying to hover over, and it looks like it is looking really rough. As that brings us to Desir.
Oh boy.
And at the beginning of your turn, you take 10 points of fire damage for sharing the same space of it. Extra 10 damage because you already were on fire, so you take 3 damage total.
3 total plus 10? Oh, is that 1d10?
No, it's I did 2d10, but there was 6 total,
Oh.
and you're resistant, so you take 3 points of fire damage total.
Okay. Oh, got it. Thank you. Okay.
Perfect. And what would you
Got
like
it.
to do?
Well, I'm not, seeing it in, 20 yet, but I was gonna do the wall of,
Wall of Wind?
yeah,
Okay, I thought I added it.
Wind wall,
Wind
sorry.
Let me pull it
I'm
up.
not, I'm just not seeing it in my, maybe I need to scroll down or something.
Oh, go to spells. Oh, sorry, you have to. I have to prepare the spells that I added. Sorry. So it should show up now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh,
so
yeah, there it is.
I prepared it. So there you go. All right. So wind wall, and how would you like to use this wind wall?
I'm going to choose within range. So, I'd like to.
Just want to create like a wind pillar to hold it in where it's at.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
And
it
then
takes.
strength
let's
saving
see.
throw for it. 17, so it passes, but it still takes half damage. So roll your 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't used Roll20 in a long time.
It's all good.
Where's the dice? Like, where's the.
Perfect, and that's enough. As you see Tazir in the form of the flames, you see her suddenly sheathe her 2 swords and then focus inwards. You see her kind of like focus on a spell as she starts to kind of make these magical gestures with her arms, kind of tracing out these symbols, and all of a sudden she throws her arms up, and wind out of nowhere comes and circles around the bottom of the elemental, and a small tornado column pulls the elemental into the air, and you see it getting hit with all of these things that the air has pulled up, all these small bits of metal and weapons that have been pulled into this tornado as they constantly hit into the fire elementals. It's trying to bat them away, and you see its flame finally extinguish, and the wall of flame also puts out Tazir and the dwarves around her as it dissipates. The wind is strong enough to blow the flames out.
Woo! I don't think I've ever actually been on fire.
Lord,
I
mercy.
still like it.
As a simple bard, this is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. Could somebody perhaps heal me? I seem to have become a flame.
And then you see
Well,
you see the Forge Master
Brothers, they had the panda.
make her way back to the thing she was working on. She's like, of course. And you see her kind of like, as she starts to like hammer and work on it, you see one of her fingers go up and she touches the ball at the top of her head and pulls this line of liquid metal down onto it. And she starts putting the runes along whatever she's working on. You're not quite sure because it hasn't taken quite shape yet. But you see the metal kind of like sear into it, and then kind of, instead of staying raised like a regular weld, it kind of digs into the armor and starts to glow.
That's quite fancy.
She doesn't seem to hear you. She seems totally focused.
oh, I can cure some of your wounds. I know you don't like fire, but I can like lay off hands,
Cool.
cure some wounds.
That'd be great.
Alright.
It's a vehicle. I was
I
actually.
need you to trust me.
Huh?
I'm gonna need you to trust me.
Yeah. We should go. Get them.
You see the dwarves kind of making their way back to the guards kind of making their way back to the posts. All of them seem to be muttering. You see as two guns, like one's pointing at the one who was on fire. He's like, "Your beard is less impressive now. And you can see when it came loose there. Yeah, the little, what the hell is that?" And you see like he's like looking around the ground for like this gold ring that was holding his beard in place as it got burned off, and you see him pick it up, sigh heavily to himself, and as he kind of makes his way back to his post.
I
I'm
feel
sure she'll make you a new one.
She may be the first one. It's still fine. I just need the... And he kind of like looks down at his beard and pulls at it. It's like pathetically short now. It's only like that long. And before it was like down to like mid belly. Like, fucking fire. And he kind of like... You see him like try to like...
I don't mean you. You mean the other fire.
Fucking evil fire. And he kind of like...
Oh, I know. My beard has also been damaged by the
Oh,
fire.
sorry.
Well, we've all lost a bit beard today. And he kind of like ties it into the very little bit at the bottom and like pulls it in. And he kind of makes his way back to his post.
Well, Forge Mistress, if that's good enough for you for the day, I think I'll head on my next assignment. Play with fire.
Oh yes, that's of course. And
But
she
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go
like,
with you.
she just kind of like waves you away.
Taz is gonna come with me because she's part of the entertainment.
Yes, great show, very convincing. Lots of fire.
Hey, bye. Okay, alright. I kind of hustle Raz out of the Taz. Did I say?
Instead of Raz.
Call
Razzmatazz.
We're gonna grab Razzmatazz.
What did you just say?
Grab Taz out of the Forge area.
Perfect. And so you guys make your way out of the Forge area, leaving the and Taz. As you start to leave, you start to feel a lot colder than you're used to. All of a sudden, you realize the comfort of the usual, what you think is that comforting warmth of fire and lava seems to be something you're leaving behind into like this kind of darker, colder world as he takes you farther and farther up into the dwarvish city. With that, I'm going to pee real quick, and then we'll get back to the what happened with the rest of the party. So 1 second, I'll be right
Damn
back.
can never hold.
I know, right?
I got the
Didn't
bladder
know
of
that.
a small
Bio
child.
freak.
He has the bladder of a whippet puppy.
Can confirm.
Freaking panda!
Should have went to like 34 seconds in, and that was when you're like, I'm a fire. I was like, yep, that's what it reminded me of. Do training on another character I will never use. Although thanks to this Goku Jr. EZA, I actually did pull the LR Vegeta, so now I have a copy of each.
Nice, nice.
He's upset. $50,000 disrespect. I think. If you don't take my chair, go to the bathroom.
Xavier's had this fascination with Molly's chair for a while now.
Sai has a fascination with mine as well.
As he takes it.
I feel your pain!
Brandon says he feels your pain. Molly's grabbing a drink.
Better get off your phone.
I'm gonna have to get her a better headset.
That's much better. All right, and so as
Just
you make
back-
your,
Uh,
everybody, let me know when you're back.
I was grabbing a drink. Jesse's having a smoke.
Perfect. Woo! All right,
Jeez.
so this is so Molly's new character. I don't know. You guys should be able to see her in the player characters now. If you kind of want to take a better look at her character portrait and kind of see, she is going to be playing a Horizon Walker Ranger. So it's a really interesting. Yeah. And then let's see. Oh, looks like there's some features and stuff that I'll have to be adding here that didn't quite translate. What's that?
Features and traits and features and traits and
Features and traits and features and traits. It's exactly like that. So let me take a look. There's the main one is Planar Warrior. So we'll add that.
Planar warrior.
That's cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah, Danny almost did that one when building Alicia, but ended up going with Monster Slayer.
Monster Slayer is pretty badass too.
Yeah. And it fits ridiculously well with her backstory.
Oh yeah, I need to
Nice.
harass her about that. So when she uses planar, holy crap, Planar Warrior stacks on top of Hunter's Mark. Oh, that's ridiculous. So once per turn, she can get an extra 1d8 on top of her 1d6s for friggin' Hunter's Mark.
Is that a ranger spell?
Yeah, that's the well, it's technically a feature. It's not a spell.
Oh, so she's not even limited by spell slots on it?
No, she can just do it as a bonus action. So as a bonus action, instead of taking the extra hit, she can do an extra 1d8 on her 2 hits, on one of her 2 hits.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Noise.
So noise.
Hella nice. And then she's got a ethereal step where she can basically cast etherealness for 1 turn, detects portal, all sorts of cool stuff. I'll let her kind of explain it. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm going to have to ask where she went to ranger school.
Yes, you will.
Is that where you learn about ranger danger?
No, it's where you learn about stranger danger. It's weird. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. Let me know when everybody's back.
Back.
Unless you're
I'm
gonna
back.
start with Zephyr, don't worry about Jess.
Well, I'm gonna start with Zephyr. She's gonna be definitely part of this.
Well, fine. Guess we're not gonna have fucking tea time with Bloodscale.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Screw it. Since she's in this.
All alone.
Damn it, Jess.
So, as you're, we were kind of switching scenes. Back at the inn, the last
Here's the
part.
tea. Let's go.
Do you have a nice cardigan on?
Yes,
Almost.
it's adorable.
Made of bears.
Dare make fun of it, he will cut your face.
And so as you're kind of back at the inn, there's a few people kind of.
Get rid of the other character tokens, Jack.
It's so they can see.
Yeah, no,
I meant around the table.
We'll move him around. So we
Also, on the way in, I order like meats plates or meat. I need appetizers that are meat.
Sliders. All the sliders.
and as you
That
walk in,
works.
there's a usual like kind of band at this point. The early shift is you see a lot of the miners that are part of the mining guild have made their way, instead of going to their shift, had made their way to the last cart. They're sitting around in various tables. Music has started and people have started drinking as they've just taken it as kind of a free day off. They're kind of laughing and drinking, and you make your way in, and what was it you yelled out before you made your way in?
If you want to talk, I'll be in here. And I went inside, and then when I went inside, I was like, I need like appetizers. It's meat.
Of course, yeah.
Meat
Let's see,
appetizers.
meat. I've got something for this. So do you like gold wings?
Sure, that sounds fantastic.
Perfect. And then I've got these nice little bites I make into these like cakes stuffed with meat. I'll go get some of those for you. And she kind of makes her
Sounds
way
fantastic.
out to the back. Her usual giant sword strapped to her back, and she kind of makes her way back. And as you sit at your usual table, which is strangely empty still, you've been able to have the fortunate luck of you always getting that one table every time you come in, even though chances are.
Of course, look at my face.
Perfect. And then after a little bit, a guard. One of the guards in the special armor that you've seen, and much marks them as the King's Guard, kind of shuffles his way in, and he's taken the helmet off as he makes his way to the table, and he sits down across from you, and he kind of takes a seat at the table and just sits there waiting for you to speak as he looks kind of directly at you. He's got kind of lighter brown hair. His beard, unlike a lot of them, it doesn't have a whole ton of decoration, just some bands around the mustache to pull it away from his mouth. His hair also is unbraided, and it just kind of like hangs on each side of his face. His eyes are kind of like a deep black, almost black around the eyelets. They're so deep brown as he sits across from you.
Hey, I got wings coming.
I like wings.
Yeah, I figured if we were going to have some sort of weird talk, might as well do it over food.
I do prefer food as well. Never had somebody call me out like for something like this before. Do you know why I want to talk to you?
No, I have no idea what's going on. All I know is I saw some sort of black armored blur, and I just figured, I'm not a dwarf. It's probably something I should pay attention to.
Alright, yeah. So, you've been making quite the splash since you hit town.
Well, I wouldn't say a splash.
You don't call resurrecting a man a splash.
Did what now?
Resurrecting a man.
I didn't do nothing. I killed a bunch of things at the mines.
Also, noteworthy for sure.
I fought in that pit.
Very noteworthy.
Bet on me? You should have.
I wasn't gonna vote for the other one. I've seen the
He seemed
Tobacconist
like
Guild do poorly in the past.
Seemed like a decent guy.
Oh yes, she's always coming up with something new as far as the champions go. Now, was it as close as it looked from the outside?
Well, I mean, I was bleeding profusely.
Yes, but you can bleed a lot and not go down. How close was it?
It was a fair shake.
Well, it's been a while since we've had such a close fight, usually. Either one side is hired enough to destroy the other side, or the spy master has someone to come and ruin our day. Alright. Do you know... I don't suppose you have any idea who I am, do you?
Nope, none.
Just as well. May I have your name first?
Yeah, blood scale.
Bloodscale. Grimnir. And he
Good
kind
to
of-
meet you. I actually extend like my hand over the table.
He reaches out and shakes it. And like, now I know us showing up in our black armor is not the best look, and that's why I tried to get a read on you before I engaged. But one of your party sent out some feelers about a goblin. Are you still looking for that goblin?
Well, we're looking for former students of our former master.
What was your master's name? And before you can answer, your food arrives, and she places down the plates. They're very steaming hot, and then she is it's like, oh yeah, you should try this. It's a nice spice to it. It's a dipping sauce that I've made for these. Usually they're a bit bland. And then oh, I didn't know we would have the honor of your company, Grenier. And she gives like a little bow, and then your usual, I assume. And he's, yes, that'd be good. And she quickly leaves to go grab some drinks as the food is kind of steaming in front of you on the table.
I'm gonna let that cool down for a hot second. I would normally, and this is still in character.
Yeah.
I would normally blow some ice on it, but it's not ice right now. My life's weird. So our master was Ilaria Faywing?
Heard
If
of
I'm
him.
remembering correctly, I got a lot of brain damage, so stuff gets a little.
Yes, the adventurer school out deep in the west of here.
Yeah.
All right, and so you're looking for a former student of ours that's a goblin.
That much is correct.
Now, in Paderborn, there's
I remember that place.
there's her. I've been told to ask you about her lawyer. What's his name?
Was that Yeltsin?
Holy shit! Yeah, that was Yeltsin.
Bitch, I
Damn. Damn. All right. Cool.
I laid the perfect trap.
For himself. No. And as you say Yeltsin, you see his eyebrows kind of go up. Yeah, you see, that's good. A lot of allies in the city, and can we talk in private?
I mean, we got rooms, although we should probably eat first.
No, yes.
Order
Definitely
this.
definitely
Eat
is
it.
with you. And he starts to grab one of the wings, and he dips it into this kind of reddish sauce, and he kind of bites into it and pulls off like a big chunk of meat right as your drinks arrive. And she lays down two large mugs, and Nurgohilda is like, "Oh, that should keep you warm." And usually I find they go quite well with these, actually. Do you want this on the room, or is this kind of is it a little bit outside the usual meals that are covered by your visas?
I got it. I'll pay.
All right. Well, I'll get to
What is this drink?
This is a special type of ale. This one is one of my deep brews. We call it the Deep Delver Ale. Named after the mine, of course. It's a little bit darker, a little bit sweeter, but it goes with the wings really well. Really, there's a bit of a kick to these, and it really helps pull the burn out once you're ready to feel it anew. And she kind of winks at
Hey.
you.
I'll take it. I was gonna go back to teetotaling. That's fine. I'll take it.
You notice, strangely enough, Nurgohilda, between the time that she left your table and came back, has shaved. As she makes her way back to the bar.
Somebody has a little crush. Okay, moving on. So, I'll just pick up a wing and I'll do like, hey, cheers.
Yeah, he wing cheerses you and then bites into it deeply. You see, he's clearly not worried about the food here or anything like that. He's just digging in greedily and happily. He picks
Doing
up one
same,
of the
with
meat
the same
buns,
like animal.
and he's
Whole
almost,
bone. Just
and he's kind of like matching you there. And then he picks up one of the meat buns, and you're running a little low on sauce. But he's like, "You gotta try this," and he kind of like dips it into the meat, the sauce that was meant more for the wings, and he kind of hands it over to you.
All right. How?
Perfect. Then as you bite into it, like it's a really nice combination of, it's like a sweet bun, almost like a Japanese sweet bun, stuffed with it's almost stuffed with like a corned beef sort of thing, but also dipped inside of this hot sauce, which gives it a nice kick and really rounds out the flavors. You see him do the same as he kind of bites into one greedily. You guys kind of go this way back and forth. The burn's starting to kind of like hang out a little bit. After a little bit, you take a swig of beer and it washes it right down, exactly like she said. It just stops the burn instantly, and so you kind of manage the heat that way as you make your way through the meal. And both of you, by the end of it, are you see him kind of like sit back and kind of like do the pat against his stomach, like, ugh, that was fantastic. Thank you for the
That was
meal."
good for just appetizers, damn.
Yeah, she knows how to do it right, and between you and me, I think she does it special for me.
Well, she shaves, so I mean, yeah.
You know what they say, if she shaves for you, you're halfway there.
That's fair. I mean, I don't really know what they say, but I'm going to take your word on that.
And even get
If
his
she
wife
cuts
to
the
do that.
beard, it's about to get weird.
Oh my god.
Know that one myself too.
Holy shit. Oh man.
Ripley, come out of that corner.
And then and so
I
as you-
just made a dwarf idiom in this world.
Yes, you did. You really did. That is a
You should spread that around.
canonical idiom for this world.
Just slip that into a song.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely. You
That's
make it-
just the title.
That's
of
the title. Yeah, I was
song
gonna
now.
say. Oh shit. All right,
It's like
and
some Barry White ass shit.
so he's like, all right. So, can we talk alone?
Yeah, hold on. How much? Hold on. I just go over to the bar because I need to pay. I'm responsible, damn it.
Perfect. And as you make your way up to her, you see she clearly shaved and everything, and she kind of like leans over as you make it. You see her.
Hi there. How much?
That all depends. How much did he like it?
I enjoyed the hell out of it, and he did notice that you shaved.
He did. Well, in that case, don't worry about it. And she kind of winks at you.
I see what you're getting at, and I respect the game. Thank you very much.
Hey, who says it's not only a game for men, right?
That's fair. Entirely fair.
And she kind of goes back to like cleaning the some of the steins and everything behind her. You see her kind of give a nod and wink over to Grimnir, and he kind of like returns he kind of just like kind of waves over, and then you see him think about it, and then you see him like make this really obvious wink back, and you see her kind of you just catch the barest hint of a blush from her.
All right. All right. Let's go. My room's over there, so that's probably the best bet.
All right, we'll follow you there. And as you guys kind of make your way outside, the music getting more distant and more distant until you can you don't hear the music really anymore. That's where we're going to switch to our other people.
Sweet.
The dumbs.
Hey, we're not that
The
dumb.
stupids. The
Whoa,
dipshites.
We're over here moving and shaking, man. Y'all are having
Rude.
two. We're killing the Gestapo.
Perfect. So, you two, you've been running through the sewers. You've been jumping through traps, almost getting caught by many of them. Being assailed by fireballs, your feet freezing to the floor, a gate almost crashing down on you. You finally made your way. Oh, it's not the
And a
right
dog.
side. And a dog barking at you for no reason that you can accurately
Why
ascertain.
is there a dog in these sewers?
Because he wants to be.
There's someone worried about that puppy.
Fuck. Stupid. Damn dog. All right. And you finally make your way and you catch up to this dwarf. You've used Vine Whip and you finally catch his leg as you trip him up. And as he's pulled backward, he drops Gimzak. And with that,
He's prone, right? You said he was.
yes, he's been drugged and he is now sitting prone. He's down on the ground, and you see him. What would you like to do?
I want to get in
I
a
would-
flanking position
Perfect.
and draw my venom dagger and activate it and put it up to his throat.
Perfect. So as you move into flanking position, you see Gemzip get up and he's kind of dusting himself off. Now, let's see here. This is all very, very straight. Oh my goodness. And you pull your dagger to his throat. The vine now dissipating after its the spell use as the dwarf starts to pull himself up to his feet.
Oh, I press the dagger so he doesn't think that's a good idea. Like it's up to his throat.
It's up to his throat, and he goes to stand. He's like, "Don't you know we have a purpose here, boy?"
You stormed into somebody's place of work. You grabbed someone in the middle of the day, and you ran into a secret tunnel. I'm guessing your purpose is not one of a very nice nature. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you guys kidnap people on the regular basis.
Is that what you think?
Well, usually when guards arrest people, they don't take them into secret tunnels.
And why do guards usually arrest people?
Well, like I said, I don't think this is an arrest. I think this is a kidnapping.
And what makes you think that? The guards normally in the business of kidnapping.
Because last time, and trust me, I've seen quite a few arrests, they don't drag them into secret tunnels.
How long have you been here?
Couple of days.
Long enough to know everything. Clearly.
If you're so certain as to your purpose, why don't you tell me what that is?
My purpose here. Not that I need to answer to someone who has no authority in my city, where I have a great amount.
I'm going to press the dagger just a little bit. It's like, I think I have a little bit of authority
As you
at the
press
moment.
it, he pushes his neck down into the blade, and you see blood start to trickle down from the blade.
The poison was activated.
Yep.
Okay.
While this is going on, I'm gonna motion for the little dude to like come towards me. I'm assuming this guy hasn't fully seen my face yet.
No, his back is to you.
Okay, so I'm motioning for Gimzik to, come towards me, and
What?
we're gonna
I-
back away.
And as he starts making his way, the arm of the dwarf pops out and holds him on the shoulder, and he's like, "This is my charge."
Why were you trying to take him?
Why do you think you can have the authority to question me?
Because of the knife sitting at your throat, which I hope you're partial to poison.
Doesn't bother me much.
Well, I got a while to keep trying, and I'm going to move it just a little bit. If he's okay with cutting, I'm going to see if I can get a little more poison in him if he hasn't affected yet.
And then he reaches up and he grabs your arm.
I'm going to slash him.
Make a strength check. Contested.
That's not good.
Yeah, just make a straight strength check. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Nope.
He rolled a 15. And as you go to slash his throat, he pushes the dagger back towards you. And then he throws your arm down at your side. He's like, "You don't even have the strength to follow through." Now.
Question. Sorry to break the
Sure,
pace,
yeah.
but because he's prone, that was kind of an attack. Do I get advantage?
No, it's just a straight... Because he grabbed your wrist and was just pushing it away. We're kind of doing a flavor interrogation
No,
thing,
that's
so
fine.
regular combat rules are a little weird.
That's fine.
Just
I
a head-
wanted to make sure.
Perfect. Yeah. No, always worth checking. And then he starts to just stand up, unconcerned. Now, I will be taking this gnome with me. And he puts his arm on Gimzek, and he starts to push him in front of him, and he just tries to like shoulder check you out of the way.
I'm going to... Is he facing away
I
from me?
grab Uza. I move around and I grab Uza.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, "I am so sorry. I was under the impression something word was happening, and you have to forgive him. He's 8.
And then-
No. Zephyr, you don't understand. This is not okay.
This is not our city."
This is not our... Doesn't make it okay for him to do something like this. That does not make doing the wrong thing okay. I don't care if I'm from...
We don't have to approve of it, but we do have to survive, Uza. You are 8, and you will step in line. And I have my, no face on. Will he be harmed?
I don't know that. I was sent to...
Gimzik, why are they
Retrieve
taking
him.
you?
I don't... No, why are you taking me? Where are you taking me? And dare I ask, what's going to become of me? Well, I was once a guild master, you know. I was beyond reproach in this city. I've done nothing but serve my... It's okay. I was just told to take you. Get you out of that shop. There was just some questions that apparently needed to be asked of you.
Then why did you need to why couldn't you ask him questions there?
I'm not the one who needs to ask the questions. And you need to stop talking for a little bit. I'm taking him. Now you can
I'm
step
bowing out
aside,
and I'm grabbing the-
or you can come either to jail or to death.
Forgive me.
You're assuming
Like
that
I
you
said,
can kill
he
me.
is a child. And I pull him aside. I pull Uza aside really hard to get him away from him. And
Strength check me.
Cut.
Okay,
Alright.
I need
I
a
will
contested
strength check him.
contested strength check.
How do I do that? Just
Just
straight up
roll
strength?
just click on strength on your character sheet.
Fuck. We
Yeah,
died.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it. Okay. So as you try to pull him out of the way, Uza stands steadfast, and his conviction seems to imbue him with a strength that you weren't expecting.
Lawful guards don't kidnap.
You
Lawful
don't-
guards don't take secret tunnels.
Tell me, do you know the law here? Do you know any of the rules here?
I know what's good and I know what's right, and this is not that.
Is there a place
it
where
worth
we
your
can go
life?
to check up on him?
To do the right thing, every time.
Good. At that point, Mesnos kind of has finally made his way, catching up, and he's like, "Oh, good, you've caught him. What's happening?"
The legal detainment.
Oh, I'm
Not
well within
the
my
most
rights.
forward,
I'm well within legal everything here. Now, you used a magical weapon against 3 of my allies. You've impeded me in my business.
You didn't identify yourselves. You didn't say guard. You didn't say King's Guard. You didn't say arrest. For all I knew, me and my boss were being attacked.
Make a
and I
dexterity
defended
saving
us.
throw as you talk. That's enough. And so as you're talking, he swipes out with his blade and he's like, "Enough of this! Get out of my way! You don't know what stands between me and the fall of this city."
The fall of this.
I don't know you. I don't know who you are. But anybody who stands between me and what I must do will die!
I'm not letting you
Uza,
take.
he's a guard in this city. Now you've respected other guards before, and we've met some assholes before. But if he's legally taking him, we have to find a way to legally check up on him and make sure that he's all right. That's all we can do. Think about this. If we set the entire city against us,
And as you look over
We're
to
dead.
Gimzik and you say his name, you see him just give you a shake of his head. He's like, and he just he looks down and you see him kind of fidget a little bit with his belt. Then you see him take a breath, and then he looks at you and he shakes his head convictingly. "It's okay. If it's all that dire, I mean, if it's just some questions, it shouldn't be a problem. And if it's really all that serious, I'm sure I will be able to find the answers to help the city. Overall, it's gonna be fine, Uza. I don't want. No one should suffer because of me. I'm here to make the world better. And through my inventions, in my mind, I make it better. And if that is what they require of me, then it is something I am happy to give. So, I will see you later, Uza, and I will continue to train you in the ways of tinkery, and we will see each other again, I'm sure. I'm quite sure.
Gimzik, I'm gonna find you. And if anything happens to him, and I'm gonna look back at the guard, your throat will be the first that I slit, and no one will find your body.
Bold words. Put that energy where it belongs, and you might accomplish something. Now stand aside. And with that, he just pushes past you. Gimzek guiding Gimzek in front of him, not fully pushing, and then he makes his way down the tunnels. And you guys sitting there in kind of a stunned silence, watch as they disappear down the dark tunnels.
Zephyr, if he
I'm
dies,
sorry.
if he dies, that's on you. And I just walk back the way we came.
Perfect. And Mesno's kind of looking around, confused. Okay. And you
The
guys.
guard at the leak of the tank.
Yes.
I was weighing the option of the guard and hiding the body, but they would still be looking for Gimzek, and then they would the guild.
So he just let Uza get away with that?
I don't think this is over, but this, if we had killed a guard, this could have gotten much worse.
Well,
There might come a time where we're gonna have.
I originated in a plane of lawful evil, where the law is even beyond everything. So I hope we can.
I don't
avoid
approve either,
the
and we're gonna go
complications.
check,
Very
see if
well.
we can find him.
How is Uza didn't seem to take that very well.
I think I lost.
Hmm.
But I didn't see a way out of this. Like I said, if we had killed the guard and hidden the body, they'd still be looking for Gimzek, and a guard would be missing. So what would they think?
Do you want me to try to talk to him?
I don't know if there's anything you can say.
Well,
I think he feels betrayed.
not a great feeling. And, well, let me see. And with that, you guys kind of make your way. You see the crowbar still holding up the gate trap. As you see the gate trap starting to disengage and the crowbar fall to the ground. Of the ting, 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 clang, 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 I guess.
I
Pick it
grab
up
the
and-
crowbar and I hand it to Uza.
Oh, I've already.
Uza-
I was just gone.
Beeline.
Uza
Yeah.
storming ahead of you has picked it up, and you see Uza Mesnos kind of make his way up towards to the side of you, and he Uza,
Yeah.
can you tell me what happened?
We were working in the shop, and talking about things. I had just finished sketching the blueprint to a coffee machine, which Gimzik was going to show me how to build. And all of a sudden, the door started caving in. They chopped down the door, and 4 of them stormed in. They grabbed Gimzik. I was able to use that dust that I got from Visair and made a cloud in the room, but that asshole got away. So I followed him, and he dragged Gimzik into these sewers, which, after me calling out for him, I guess maybe you and Zephyr heard or saw me, I don't know. But guards don't kidnap people like that. They make a big deal about making sure everyone sees the arrests. They claim official business. They announce themselves. I've
No.
seen it plenty of times. This was a kidnapping. He's a political prisoner now.
Well, did they say they were guards?
No.
Ever?
They didn't say that He didn't say he was a guard until I had a knife to his throat.
Is there a possibility that he was lying?
Yeah. I mean, he looks like a different variation of that of the guard armor, but I was
No.
not going to be able to take him myself. And Zephyr
What?
stopped me from saving his life.
And, what after that?
Now I'm afraid I'm not going to see Gimzik again, or if I do, it's going to be his corpse.
Now, what was going to happen if you had killed that man?
The guard?
Yes.
And I do air quotes, guard?
Yes.
I don't know. Hit his body, hit his armor, made him look like some poor dwarf that died on as part of a mugging. They don't seem to give a shit about that.
And, what happened the next time they come for Gimsek?
No. Have to talk to Gimzik, make sure he wasn't there again.
And, after that?
Find out why the fuck these people are kidnapping people and put a stop to it.
Okay. But, where do you hide Gimsek?
I don't know, maybe the same place where this goblin's at.
Well, no matter what happens, don't forget, the decisions you make are only as permanent as you let them be. If there is a time where you wish to go find and distribute justice as the way you perceive it to be fit, we will be there alongside you. But when it comes to finding out exactly what is going on, sometimes people need more information before they can make that leap of faith. Do not judge her too harshly. She has been betrayed many times.
You know, I followed you guys into the sewers
Yes.
5 minutes after meeting you. I followed you guys to fight giant frog things that were jamming their eggs in people's chests.
So you know we do work which is worthy of helping and saving. You've heard Vicer many times sing of being a hero, and there is no doubt of how much he believes it. It's easy for some of us to be heroes. Some of us are born with that instinct. Others are born into lives of betrayal. They are born into a world where there are no heroes until they find one. It's easy when you're born with that instinct. For many of us, much harder.
You don't you think this has always been the case for me? You think I just hatched and wanted to go do good? I was a
Boy.
cursed wingless. I was a fucking Kenku.
I was a
Mesnos.
demon, Uza.
I killed people.
I
I
was-
threw my brothers off of cliffs. I know about suffering. Just because I am 8 does not mean I don't know anything. And I
Then
just
why are
storm
you
off the
so...
sewers.
Then as you start to storm away, he's like, then why are you so unforgiving of anyone else?
Because
Open
I
your
threw
mind.
my lives in your hands, I would expect at least half of a minutia of trust.
To do what? You had no plan. You weren't saving anyone. You were avenging your own need. You had no idea of how to save Gimzek. Only how to stop them from taking him. There are steps beyond that to be a true hero.
I guess we'll find out if his body turns up in the streets or if he never shows up again.
And tell me, what is your anger at us helping you? Calm down. Anger is easy. To figure out the next step is hard, especially in these situations. Please, give us a chance. Let's all get together and think. Now we know our enemy, if nothing else. And then we'll smash cut back over to the the last cart up into the room where
Character development.
Bloodscale is talking to. Oh, I forgot his name already. Gremnir.
So, real quick,
I'm sorry,
quick.
like during the serious thing, like the growling in the background, I was just like, Jesus, Uza's really pissed.
Uza
I
is
heard the dog barking or growling. I was just like trying really hard not to laugh.
like, and the fun thing about playing Mesnos is he is 10,000% on your side, and so weird moments like that were bound to happen. Yeah, so we'll get rid of the sewer sounds.
the moment that we get into the room, I'm just be like, how private do you need this?
As private as it gets. Or, sorry, wrong
Literally.
voice. Spit out Mesnos.
Mesnos is here, everybody! Sweet little rat
Good, we're
boy.
back already.
Hey, everybody
Let's
loves
go,
Little
rat man!
It's well. Alright, fire. So let's go and do that one. Alright. As private as you can get me.
Alright, move away from the door.
Okay. And he kind of moves
I'm
away from the door.
gonna heft the entire bed and put it against the door.
Perfect. My music isn't playing.
I hear music.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, I can. It's like
Yep,
super,
I hear it.
It's like super quiet for me. I can hear it through your speakers. Let me refresh Roll20 real quick. This happens occasionally with music. I do apologize. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. Do-do-do-do-do. We all had
Sorry.
There we go. Okay, I can hear it. He's like, as quiet as you can get it for me. It's private.
Prop the bread up against the wall.
Prop the bread?
Bed.
Bed, okay. Sorry, and as you prop it up against the wall, kind of sealing in the door, and he's like, and as you do, he kind of like sits down on the bed and looks up at you.
Oh no, it's like vertical against
Oh, vertical,
the door.
okay.
Like blocking the entire damn door.
And so he walks over to a chair, the two chairs that are in your room, and he kind of like pulls one over, pulls him into like a sitting position as you're doing that, and he kind of sits across from you. All right, so what do you know about Karen?
Let's see. Currently full of dwarves, and only dwarves. Not happy with anybody who's not a dwarf, unless they're horribly working like for them in some capacity. I'm pretty sure that the hierarchy is currently only dwarves, and that was probably different. I think that was different the last time I came through here, but I don't know. I was stuck in a cage most of the time.
So you have been through here before. I remember hearing about a white dragonborn in the pits a few years ago. It must have been like 5 years ago now. Apparently
Well,
you did
that'd
quite
be-
well then.
I think that would be a different one because I'm silver.
Silver or white. It's hard to tell. Oh, I guess you are actually, wow, you're dazzling silver. Now,
Hard to tell when it's covered in blood, isn't it?
I mean, a little bit. So, do you recognize any of the armor that I'm wearing?
I don't know, do I?
Roll a history check, since you've been here before.
Change.
Disadvantage, because this is kind of a more lost memory.
Up. 12.
No, not quite. It does tickle a little bit, but not really.
Vaguely,
no.
but I don't know why.
And and he pulls up the helmet, he puts it back on, and he's like, "This is actually the armor of the King's Guard, an elite unit who are sent to do and have the authority to do whatever they want. But I wasn't sent by the king."
Ooh, but I can do this and change my cloak from white to black to white to black to white to black.
It's quite impressive. Very cool.
Put it back to like it's harder to see people that stand.
True. Now, the resurrection. I was told by other sources. Is it true? You managed to bring back Feldrul, but he's a gnome now. He kind of looks like.
I didn't do nothing.
One of your party, I should say, did.
You'd have to ask her. I don't know how a bunch of that shit works.
No, but did it happen? Is Theldrul alive?
Think?
You think he is, and he's a gnome now, correct? I hear he's blonde.
There is a gnome now. Yes. But I don't know all the mechanics. How this works or doesn't work.
Somehow that gained the attention of people higher up, and they are envious of this magic and have ideas of what they can do with it. So, I kind of came to warn you that there are higher powers in the city that have heard of the immense power that you have, and that is in your party, of course, the people that you spend your time with. So, I would say keep a low profile as much as you can.
Well, I mean, I could do that, but
That's good.
I can't guarantee the rest of them, and I've never been able to.
If you do need help,
Look, 5 gold says they're literally in trouble right now.
I'd take that if it didn't make me so nervous.
I get the feeling Brandon would say that even if he didn't know.
You notice I did not say anything about him being out of character. Jesus fuck. Hello. Alright. Well, if you do find yourself in trouble, I was told to give you this, and he pulls out this small. It's a gemstone, but it's ruby red, and in the middle of it there's a black obsidian center to it, and he's like, all right, so if you're in any trouble, and he's like, you'll need to do this, and he pulls the middle of this kind of like circle, and he pops the inside out of it, and you see he rolls it around the outside of the gem, and you see as he rolls it across, these dwarvish runes start to ignite, and you start hearing the very faintest of like this. It almost sounds like the roaring of a dragon. It's like
That noise.
and then he's like, if you do this rapidly, we will hear it, and we have another stone like it that we can reply with. We found, while it is loud, it is no one's ever looking for somebody with a stone when they hear this noise, so we can help.
Okay. Just to be fair, I think I've made that noise before, and I think if anybody in this city is going to be looked at to have that noise.
Yes, yeah, you probably better not be the one doing this.
Yeah. I'll hand it off.
Perfect,
Rude.
yeah. As long as they're not near you when it goes off, and he kind of hands it over to you. So if things go wrong, there are those in this city that would help, based on the name of the student apparently that you're looking for.
I can aim. Straight up. I can say the student we're looking for.
I mean, it would put the last bit of suspicion I have to rest.
Cheetalin?
Sorry, what? Rashildalin.
I mean, I was in character, like trying
Oh.
to remember how to. Bloodscale was actually trying to remember how
And
to.
as you're trying to remember, he's like, close.
Rashidlin.
Close enough. Most people call him Rash anyway. Fits his personality. He kind of like looks like a little just that guy. Yeah, and he's like, all right.
Again, brain, not.
It's probably best you don't remember. It's not a name that'll give you favor with more than outside of those who know. So, call us if you need
Don't
us.
say it again.
Yes.
Got it.
Not if you can help it. Now, I'll see what I can do as far as getting in contact with him for you. How did you... Why... Can I ask why you're here? Of all places to be in this time and age.
Well, I mean, okay, we didn't know all this stuff here was happening. Yeltsin just told us that the person we're looking for had come here.
Alright, then.
I've got just about as much context as you do.
Alright then. Well, keep your head down, you should be fine. I should go.
Okay, so you're saying I shouldn't fight in the pit anymore?
I wouldn't say that. The pits, I mean, they're almost expecting you now that you've fought. But it's not the wisest idea. But as long as nobody remembers far back, you should be okay.
I'm pretty sure somebody did.
Who?
Bird Bro said... The general?
Oh, Lord.
Heard my name and got all
things.
weird?
That complicates things quite a lot, actually. Fuck. Alright. Well...
Are we on an accelerated timetable? I just learned.
Well... Dutrum is not a patient man, and this could all go very wrong very quickly, so... Keep an eye out.
Okay, well, our druid lady wants to do the next fight anyways, so they'll...
And she's never been here before.
I don't think so.
Perfect, then it's no
I don't
problem.
even think she's gonna look like herself anyways.
Even better. Alright,
Change of shapes.
I've got to get out of here before somebody
Ever
recognizes
seen
me.
a giant tiger? That was...
Aye.
Became one of those.
Okay, that's a good thing
Sorry.
to be able to
Sorry,
do.
my brain just like... Yeah, you can... All the time.
Perfect. All right. Well, that should do a little better than you in your state last time. By the way, why'd you rub the blood on your face? That looked just painful at the end.
Not sure.
Well, impressive nonetheless.
Honestly, when I'm in an arena, I don't. I'm not here.
There's worse places to be, I guess. All right, I've got to go. And he puts the
Alright, I
helmet back on. Go
Kill a
ahead.
beholder and everything's fine. I'm in an arena and everything's weird.
Well, you did great against the latest from the tobacconists.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I'm really sad though.
Why?
Well, probably because being a slave sucks.
I don't think he's a slave. I think he was kind of hired. He's getting
Um,
paid. He's just...
Pretty sure he was talking about being a slave.
Oh, no, he wants... He's a weird one. I've heard that he doesn't ever want to fight slaves. It's an honor thing
Oh.
for him, apparently.
Oh, okay, that works too. But it was coming off like he was one. I don't know.
Oh.
He asked me if I was free, and I said yes. I think that's all that mattered.
That means your victory over him was not a dishonorable one for him, I guess. Hobgoblins are
Man.
weird.
I fought it with the one before. In fact, he helped us kill the beholder.
You lead a quite interesting life. Maybe you're what this city actually could use. Well, anyway, I've got to be going. And then,
Alright, do you need to, like, yell at me on the way out? Like, to make it look official?
It's a good idea, but unfortunately I think it'd be better off just sneaking away.
Okay. Well, I just go grab the bed, and I put it back where it was.
Perfect. And as you
Oop.
and you kind of collect the bed and put it back, and he's like, it's nice to see somebody actually putting the power they have to decent use, as opposed to what I've gotten used to in these horrible times.
We all do questionable stuff for money from time to time.
Yeah, too true. Just way too true. And then, as he makes his way out, we'll kind of cut back to Vicer and I've already forgot his
As?
name. Tezir, yeah. Tez.
Yes,
Um,
Tez.
And so as you guys are kind of making your way through the tunnels underneath the city, let's go and switch over to that. You've made your way back out towards kind of like the you're making your way back towards the last cart, I assume, right?
Yeah, we're headed back to the inn.
Perfect. And so as he pulls you back over to the inn, everybody see the new map?
Yep.
Perfect. And so what would you guys like to do and or talk about?
Did we all meet up?
Okay, so, sorry,
They're on the way
I
back to.
what are you exactly?
Name's Taz?
Nah,
Let me guess, your name isn't Chronic Dingleberry.
well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Where are you from? How did you end up here?
Well, you saw it? I appeared in a fire.
Right, so is this... were you just born?
That doesn't sound right. All I know is that there's something going on the material plane.
On the
And
material?
you're here,
Okay.
and or you really fucked up that spell.
I didn't even make fire, honestly. It's just the illusion of fire, so I doubt I really had much to do with anything. Okay, well, alright, so I'm gonna try and help you out here. So, this city, right, they don't take kindly to outsiders, people who don't look like, I guess, like I do right now, like dwarves. Do you know dwarves? Anyway, they're the short, stocky ones. I'm not a dwarf, I just look like a dwarf. My name is Visair Guile. That's a secret, so don't tell anyone that. Okay,
Right,
I'm good.
find out.
So they're really weird in this town about jobs, so we're probably gonna have to get you one or something. I'm gonna take you back to my friends and maybe see if they have any ideas on what we should do. Do you have a mission or anything? Is there anything you know why you're here?
Uh-oh. Molly, are you muted?
No, she just can't think of what to say. I don't know.
Why are any of us here?
We're looking for a goblin.
Oh, what kind of goblin?
He was a apprentice to our, or he was a student of our masters. He has information about us fighting the god of night. That.
Oh,
That's probably where you're from. That's the thing with the
not
plane.
the god of nightmares.
No. It's probably what he's doing though. Probably messing with things.
It sounds like I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but there's something purple that's interfering with the celestial plane.
Purple.
It's probably coming from the material plane. I think that's why I'm here.
Ooh. Alright.
And,
It's a really hard time with
That's fair. You know, you would just get bored onto the material plane. That's going to be jarring. So, alright, I'll take you to meet my friends and maybe we can figure out what. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're on the same quest as us, so that can, you know, I mean, we can
Perfect. And,
figure it out.
And with that, you guys kind of make a little bit of small talk as you are coming up to the doors of the last cart. You make your way in, and actually, let me
Hello, I'm a dwarf.
I hate cats, actually.
What?
Now, so as you guys
Weather today.
make your way in, you see by this point, Blitzscale, did you stay up in your room or?
I would have came back down. Probably ordered more wings. 'Cause I'm good.
Perfect. So you see Blitzscale at this
wings
point.
right
He is. I know, right? Me too. Fuck me. You see, Bloodscale has. He's just sitting at the table you saw him at last. He's diving in. He's just gorging himself on these wings, and he's got this giant bowl. He did like a double order, and it's like 2 pounds of wings that he's just gnawing his way through.
I was hoping there'd be 2 bowls, like one that I haven't touched yet. One bowl that I'm devouring.
And so it shall be.
And you recognize the dwarf form of Viser as he kind of makes his way over to your table.
Hello.
You act like I looked up.
Oh, you see this dwarf take a seat next to you.
Hello.
Arm,
Hey,
Hey,
Bloodscale.
Sure.
What are we doing today?
Taz.
This is Taz.
Hi, I'm Taz.
This is Taz.
You look up.
stops devouring for 1 second, looks up, gives a nod, and then just right back to eating.
You should be nice to her. It's her birthday. She was just born onto the material plane from somewhere else.
Bloodscale stops again, looks up, looks at the other bowl of wings, like points and goes, "Ugh," and then just goes back to devouring.
Yeah, he's not much of a talker when he eats. But, yeah,
I understand that.
alright, you got it.
You know,
Alright,
might
and,
buy a wing.
At that point,
I believe that gesture was a gesture to go for it.
at that point, you see Uza kind of storm into the last cart, followed behind by first Zephyr and then Uza, who's fallen back, or Mesnos, who's fallen back to the tail end as you guys enter the last cart.
Do I recognize that Viser's dwarf form?
Yes, yeah, he's been in it long enough that you do recognize
Okay.
his dwarf form.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Almost ignoring the living fire that's sitting at the table. I'm gonna slam the
Have a name.
stones,
Sending
the sending stones.
Perfect.
For the rest of the party. I'm gonna slam them on the table. Here you go. Probably
Howdy!
the last work of a good friend of mine, thanks to her. And I point
Well,
right at
last
Zephyr.
work. What did they kill him?
Why
in
is there
front of you?
why is there a fire person at this table?
This is Taz.
Hi Taz.
Hi, Taz.
Are you made of fire?
Partially.
She was just born onto the material
And
plane.
you are.
Happy
Wait,
birthday.
Stop telling everyone. Thanks. What's your name?
I've got a couple.
Fly? Bird
I'm
person?
Uza Bellinor Skrael, and yes, I am a bird person.
Bird person.
Thank you, bird person.
Boo-boo.
Lisa. Can I call you Lisa?
Yeah. That's fine. That's what the orcs called me.
And the smell of wings reaches your nose, and it smells fantastic.
That smells delicious.
Bloodscale stops, looks up again, points at the bowl again, goes right back to eating.
What's
I think
the
they're for the table.
more of these and like 3 beers.
You got it, sweetheart.
Thank you. Someone's nice.
I'm
Bloodscale
nice.
looks up again,
I
and
just sit down with a heavy sigh, and I'm like, fire ganassi.
Bloodscale looks up again, looks at Uza, kind of hurt for like 1 split second, and then goes back to eating.
You must be Zephyr.
This is Taz.
Did you make Uza mad? What's going on?
Hi, Taz. So a guard dragged off his friend who's a tinkerer, and I didn't realize it was a guard when I went to help him because it did look underhanded.
Sure.
Well, found out it was a guard and stop it or tried to.
Yeah,
Tried to
that's
get him there alive.
It was a kidnapping.
right.
It was a
that-
kidnapping. I'm not denying that, Uza. Okay, you are fully right in feeling upset and angry about this, but we are not residents of this city. I
Right,
didn't
and-
want you to be in jail. I was worried about your safety.
Also, there's not enough of us to do anything. If they'd ever found out, we'd all be murdered in an instant.
Not enough. Right, guards.
enough.
Right, guards make the right. Guards make it right.
Bloodscale
No!
There's not
stops
enough.
again.
Oh, no!
I'm gonna-
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna-
get what's happening.
I'm gonna
I get
pull
what's
out.
happening. No,
I'm gonna pull out
So-
Alden's necklace,
what's that?
and I'm gonna
it-
slam that on the table. And what if he hadn't stepped in? What if
Who's that?
he didn't do what was right? Where would we all be?
Bloodscale
Wait.
stops eating again, looks up,
We're trying to do
literally
what's
clears
right.
his throat, and goes, "You all would probably die. I'd probably be and then goes right back to eating.
That's why I'm sticking with him.
Right, but here's the thing. Which accomplishes actually doing good? Dying for no reason in a battle you can't win, or actually planning out something to like help the person who's down? Right? Like, guards aren't always right. I'm definitely not saying that. I don't think anyone is here. This town's clearly just screwed out the one way out the other. But here's the thing: if your friend is kidnapped, or like, let's try and save him. Like, the clock hasn't run out on this.
I did try to save him.
I know, but like the way you tried to save him wasn't going to work. You see
there
that,
was
right?
one,
Mhm.
and there were
And-
4 of us.
There were 4 of you.
Me,
I
Zephyr,
was thinking
Mesnos,
ahead.
and Gimzik.
I was
Well-
thinking ahead. If we had killed the guard, which I sorely wanted to do, I wanted to do that just as much as you.
All right.
And I lower my voice for this.
Blood
But,
scale stops again.
but if we
Can
had,
I
they'd
not-
still be looking for it.
Right here, can we not? You like go to a room and have this discussion?
Yeah.
Why is Bloodscale the level-headed guy right now?
Because I've got wings and I'm fed and I'm having a good time. And I got shit to tell you guys.
Well, let's go upstairs.
But I was trying to eat. I was trying to get you guys to eat.
As
And
you,
everybody thinks better when they eat.
as you say, let's go upstairs. Nurgle
Grabbing
Hilda
this other bowl of wings.
drops off a third giant bowl of wings and
I'm grabbing both of them.
the beers that you ordered.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna grab all 3 of them and just walk upstairs.
Yeah, they all have handles. So you do the big grip, so you get 2 in one hand and 1 in the other. So you're double fist, you're almost triple fisting as you guys kind of head up to
my.
the rooms.
Is there any way I could hold one with a wing? No, they're not dead. Just never mind.
And technically, yeah, you probably could.
I'm gonna do that. I want to look as ridiculous as possible as I storm upstairs in an 8-year-old little tantrum huff.
Perfect. So you guys see, he grabs the beers and then like he tries to hold all 3 in one hand and he barely gets it, and then he kind of like grabs a handful of wings, turns his head upwards, and then it's like, huh, and he kind of like starts storming up the stairs, but he's deliberately stomping on each step. You said as ridiculous as possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as he stomps, he has like super light bones, so the stomp isn't nearly as heavy as it should be, but it ruffles his tail feathers as they bounce as he steps, and he's like trying to stomp, but he just ends up more wiggling his butt as he does. And you see him bite into one of the wings, bones and all, and like halfway up the step, you see him and he spits a bone back into his own hand, pretends like it didn't happen, and follows Bloodscale to his room.
Does Bloodscale notice the tantrum behind him?
Bloodscale, you hear the what should be stomping, but lighter. You kind of glance back and you see him throwing a fit. You see his head kind of like up in the air,
Goddamn
like
hollow bones.
determined not to look at specifically Zephyr. And then you see him.
All right,
do
I'm gonna help him out, and
the
I'm gonna
wing.
have my footballs just be a little heavier than usual, so it sounds like he's stopping.
Near the top of the stairs, you hear just a heavier thudding, and you think that Uza might be putting more effort into it as he reaches the top of the stairs. Do you guys want to follow after the tantrum boy?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's always weird when he eats wings.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you never give me the permission to be as ridiculous as possible.
No, I loved it. That was so much better than I could have said.
So you guys make your way into a Bloodscale as he pulls you into his room.
Everybody get comfy. Pop squat. Probably on the floor. There's only 2 chairs in here.
Alright, so I guess first things first.
Does anyone try to get on the bed?
I'm gonna perch on the headboard.
I'm leaning against a corner.
Uza. Blood bro.
Yeah.
Blood bro needs you to move.
Okay.
Trust me.
And then I step down and get out of his way.
Propping the bed against the door again.
Perfect.
Alright, so I think the first things first. Has anyone figured out where?
You
know
broke up
what?
there.
Mr. Breakup Boy.
Okay.
Does anyone have any idea where the frickin' goblin is that we're looking for?
I have an idea.
I have feelers out.
I got like a pretty good idea.
What's that? What do you
Well,
got?
Well, while they were trying to maybe kill a guard, I literally had a conversation with one.
Hey, look at that.
We had some wings. We had a couple beers. We had a good talk. He gave me this like amulet-looking thing that if I take this little thing out of the middle and then rub it around the circle, it actually makes a loud like dragon noise like I did that one time. So somebody else needs to hold this and do it. Not right now. But somebody else needs to hold it and do it. And if we get into trouble, you just take this middle thing out and you just run it around the circle like a bunch of times. These things that I don't understand light up, And then it makes a really loud roar as you keep going.
Give it to Uza.
What the?
Is it supposed to scare people? Like, I don't.
A Deadpool. What
They-
is this thing?
Should have been listening while I was fucking getting my story, like I listened to yours.
I was trying.
Oh, so I'll explain it a
just
little better.
didn't
It's
get it.
a
I don't
I mean, I did
understand what that
listen, but
means.
Uza doesn't.
it's basically a magical item that produces the sound of a dragon's roar, and there's runes
Okay.
on, and so it's basically a flattened out kind of like ruby. The center is an obsidian piece that you pull out, and then you run it along the outsides of it. And basically, you roll the obsidian around the edges, kind of like prayer wheel style, and the roar of the dragon gets louder and louder the more that you run the stone. They've been using it as a signaling device because it's such a large, deep sound that it's hard to pinpoint, and everybody's looking for a dragon, not for a fucking dwarf. So they've been using
Which
that as
I
a
was
signaling
going
device.
to explain in character, and then you cut me off with the Deadpool.
Sorry.
I
Cable.
had to figure out what was going on. I thought it was summoning something. I thought it was something you put on the ground.
No,
I just
it's-
needed to
it's-
clarify that before I could figure
it's
out where
literally about
Working on it.
about
You
that
guys
big.
never
Okay.
let me.
Well, you still have to explain it to the characters. So.
Now we have 2 tantrums.
Blood. I just give him a big bird hug.
No, he didn't actually start.
No, I
That was
know.
Brandon being an asshole.
All right.
Yeah.
Why,
So
why do we need a dragon's roar?
Cable.
So it's like a signal. They have one too, if I remember correctly.
What are they
Yes.
signaling?
A group of people who don't like how this city's run.
Hold on.
Hi.
What was this guard wearing?
Black ass armor.
Y-
Although I
That's
will
fully
say,
covered.
he had a cool helmet too, but he took it off because I spotted him kind of like following me, and then I was like, hey, just come talk to me. Just whatever, just man up and like use your words.
It's the
And they-
same uniform of the guard that kidnapped Gimzik and tried
Claimed
to kill me.
Yeah, no, it was Kingsguard armor,
Slashed.
but
Yes.
the guy I was talking
He tried
to,
to kill him.
Yeah, that's. I know.
All right, just check.
semantics.
Sorry, that's just
Yeah,
very
no,
confused.
it was. So it was Kingsguard's armor, but he was very on not that side, from what I gathered. But we all know my brain is not the best. But he fucking had valuable information.
What did he say to you?
Well, he asked me some questions. None that were like at the beginning, like. So we're drawing attention. People know you brought somebody back.
Oh shit.
So that's a problem. Apparently, the general guy knowing my name is a problem. We've been told to lay low. I'm assuming that's already a failure. But you can still fight in the pit
Okay.
because you're not going to look like you, and you've not been here before. So even if they announce your real name, it's not like anybody's going to be like, ah. Although he's sung the song a lot, so maybe go by a different name. Because if I say or sung your name before,
Yeah. That's definitely true.
Oh,
They only
no.
gave me like 3 songs.
what was
to
that
sing.
name when we were orcs that you had?
Bjork, Bjork.
I would go by your orc name. That'd be cool.
Vola.
Back- Vola.
That'd be
Also, before I continue, hi, new fire lady.
Hi, I'm Taz.
That's Taz.
Okay, it's gonna take me a while to remember. Don't be mad if I call you fire lady for a while.
That seems like more work, but you do you.
Yeah, that's more words than Taz.
He's really
Yeah,
big.
but-
He's really big on the nicknames. You'll like it. It's
That's true.
Oh, well, Taz is actually a nickname. My name is Tazir Ikapurin.
Oh God, I'm never gonna remember that.
I'm gonna stick with Taz.
Oh,
I suggest Taz.
Z's
let's
are
get
cool
like
in a
puts
name.
his hands
Taz,
on his
Uza.
face. And he's like, I'm
Okay.
never gonna remember that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Uh,
He'll get
Okay,
there.
so
He's
you
had a
tell
lot
him,
of, a lot of
Thank you for sharing your wings.
yes.
yes. Yeah. All the wings eat up. So back to the guy. He asked why we were here. I said we were looking for somebody. He then needed. He knew more than I thought he would, and then he asked the name of our master.
Oh.
And when I said Ilaria's name, not the real last name, the Feywind last name, not the on our backs.
Right.
He was quite intrigued, and then he asked me the name of her lawyer.
Her lawyer?
Yeah, remember the like halfling guy in Parabor Yelson?
Mhm.
Remember that guy? And when I said that name, he was just like, "Oh, thank God, you are who you say you are. This is great."
Right, what was his name again? Just so in case somebody asks me that, I can get out of trouble too.
Yelson?
Yelson?
Yeah, I don't remember the last name off the top, but
Hansel?
Hansel?
Gretel?
Hansel.
Either way, and then he asked me what I knew about the city, and I shared what I knew about the city, and he had a very sneaking suspicion of a certain goblin we were looking for, and then when I named the goblin, he was like, "God damn it. Alright, yeah, you guys are exactly who I think you are." So, they have a way of contacting that guy, which means that guy is not dead. So you're all welcome. Did
That's
the legwork.
great.
Wow.
So we just have to survive, what, another day, and we can hopefully get in contact with him? Is that the thinking? Is
Suddenly there's a knock at your door.
that... Fuck!
Alright,
Who
I'm
is
gonna
it?
just go. I was gonna do that.
Sorry,
You're
I
good.
won't do it then.
You already did it.
I drop both my daggers.
And you recognize the voice of Asnini. Bloodscaly, you in there? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
just a minute.
Alright,
We'll meet you down at the bar.
alright, I'll wait at the bar. And you hear some footsteps as she makes her way away.
Okay, everybody, just quiet the voices. Just quiet the voices down real quick. We gotta finish this before we deal with whatever the fuck happened there, because she was not at work today. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with her. So we gotta be careful around her.
Quick question: what time is it in the game?
In the game, you guys are it's getting pretty late. It's probably about 7:30 at this point with everything that's gone on.
Coming up soon.
Yeah, but still, we gotta finish this, don't we?
Yeah. All right.
Some
First
things are more
of all,
important.
Taz,
I wasn't done yet.
but why are we saying this in front of someone? That no offense, Taz, but we don't know you.
I know her. I saw her be born.
It's weird.
She's from another plane, right? Like, she's from another plane. That's got to be something, right?
Really good question.
So was my father, who is a demon.
Oh, that's right.
But I have been sent to the material plane to help with an imbalance, and I think you may be working toward maybe what I'm working toward.
That sounds fair.
Look, she came in with Visair, and I figured Visair, because we were discussing at the table, shit we shouldn't have been discussing at the table. So if she didn't need to come along, Visair would have said that she didn't need to come along.
I should have, yeah.
Well,
So, I don't know, it's fine.
does she know about the blade?
Oh, no, I did not at all talk about that. That was a
Well,
thing
let's
that
not for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about
What are you
that.
guys talking about?
Absolutely nothing.
Don't worry about it. They're not big on giving in secrets or trusting people that are apparently really young.
Why don't you just ask me questions, you jerk?
I'm not.
Absolutely. You are being petulant right now.
I am
I
not
know
being
that
passive
answer
aggressive
everything
towards
question
you. I am being passive aggressive towards her.
Well,
I've
you
been the
included all of
coolest
us
to
in
you.
it.
No, I was mostly
Splash
talking.
damage, buddy. Splash
So
damage.
you just know how to hurt feelings, don't you?
It's apparently all I get to hurt today.
Mesnos
Who's that?
across
I
the room.
wasn't-
He locks
I
eyes
was
with you for a
using that to
second.
get you out of trouble with the guard, okay? I respect you.
I'm gonna very
I
subtly give him
do.
the finger.
Who are you giving the finger, just so we know?
Mesnos.
Mez knows.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What did Zephyr say again?
I said, Uza, I respect you, okay? I said that so the guard would let you off, because I like you alive, and we can't do anything if you go missing too. We
Yeah,
need
whatever.
you.
It's done.
I will do everything I can, and I promise you that, to make sure he is okay.
Can I finish my story?
Yes.
Please do, Blood Bro.
I was getting real off put there for a second. Where was I? Crap.
The lawyer.
I'm gonna go talk to.
Oh, the lawyer. Okay, hold on. And I said the name of the student, and he said the student was still alive. Asked me what I heard about him. And I said all we know is that they came here. Got told to keep a low profile. Got given that thing. After saying that, the general recognized my name, and I mean, I assumed that you guys were causing trouble, so apparently I was right. So that was good.
I just went to work and came back. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm proud of you. But no, I think that person's pushing the plan. That's who we need to get in contact with faster, because shit is now hit fan. Oh,
Accelerated.
yeah, I use that word. It's a good
I
word.
heard. Good. I liked it. Cribbed it straight from ya.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Well, let's go find out why Asnini was missing.
Well, hold on. You said the guys that took away your Tinkerer friends were in like the black armor?
Yeah, it looked just like the regular guard's armor, but it was black with gold trim. Their faces were hidden.
Okay, so that seems much like the armor that the guy I talked to was wearing, except he had the helmet off.
He called
Probably.
they called themselves the King's Guard.
Yep, I heard that today.
Oh Lord.
I think the difference here though is I was being followed by this one. At least I'm aware of this one guy. Because only one guy came in to talk to me after I busted him for following me. But we had a very nice conversation, so that was nice.
And it's extra good because, like, that means the King's Guard isn't necessarily with the king. That means getting close to him might not be as hard as we thought.
That
Well,
might just
or-
be one though.
It might be, but it also might be many. And for all you know, because we don't know what happened to your friend, right? Other than he got taken.
He got taken through a secret passageway in the middle of the day, kidnapped from work as they busted down a door. But
Okay,
I mean,
I have a quick
not for
question.
sure. Yeah.
What? You guys know what did the guy we're looking for here, or person? I don't know. Gender. What was the person that we were looking for here doing here?
They were the original spy master.
Okay. Question number 2. Who would know the tunnels that are secretive around here better?
The spy masters, the original spy master, and the King Guard.
So
Some of
there's
the
a
homeless might,
possibility.
too.
Oh, that's true.
Who? What?
The homeless. I've
Homeless.
got.
I mean, that makes sense. They usually know the most about what's going on, really.
Yeah, I've got.
If they're
feelers-
talking coherently.
I've got feelers reaching out, and I'm supposed to meet with my contact today.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is there's a good chance that maybe the people that took him are actually working with this guy. And it's just a giant miscommunication. It's also possible. I mean, it's also possible that none of this is related at all, other than the fact that, I don't know, different Kingsguard are different people, and, I don't know, some are dicks and some aren't.
So the guy that was Gimzik, the guy that was kidnapped,
Okay.
he was the former guild leader of the Tinkerers Guild. He was ousted and replaced by, from the best I can tell, a drunken idiot.
Okay.
When the new king took power because he wasn't a dwarf. This guy was not real big on the new order. He was afraid to speak ill of it, but he was talking to me about it. He talked to both me and Vicera about it a little bit. He was paranoid about it. That's what makes me so worried about this kidnapping. I don't
Okay. Well, we need to ask as Nini when we get down there where the hell she was today. She didn't report to the mines. I literally went to her house and shit was trashed there.
Alright, well.
So I'm not sure we can really trust her at the moment.
Her place
So
was
that's
trashed?
why I was. Yeah.
We might want to make sure she's okay downstairs.
Well, we also want to make sure that if she's really okay, that we're not gonna be totally screwed.
Yeah, everyone be a little careful around her in case she has a spell or something.
Also, anybody know where the hell Una went?
Una, oh, she's right there in the corner. No, where is she?
Oh, great! Another person kidnapped.
Her being at work would make sense.
She's still at work. Yeah. You're not sure. She just doesn't come back yet.
Okay, well that's fine. Let's hope she does though. 'Cause-
On scale, let's have you go
Hi.
talk to her and see if maybe she has some.
well, we
more
all gotta go
information
down
for
there.
us. I think we all should.
Zephyr wants to fight tonight.
I'm gonna go.
Oh right, I'm gonna go to the fights. I haven't been yet.
I'm gonna go see if I can find my contact.
But what about the hype? Oh, okay, no, I understand why not hype man.
Uza, do you want me to go with you? I got a little worried with you wandering off on your own.
I appreciate it, but. I'm
Oh
gonna
wait, we have the things now.
Yeah.
I
Everybody's got
grabbed
one.
the what are they called?
Sending stones.
Sending stones and pass them out so everybody has one.
Alright.
Howdy, chick.
Is there a range on these?
There
They
is.
didn't go super far.
Look, I'm gonna be near the stone clock thing, the one that glows the more it's later in the day.
Okay.
If you guys hear a god awfully loud scraw,
Do you want to take the dragon thing? You can make the dragon noise.
no,
No, that's for big
that's-
time trouble.
Yeah, that's for.
Alright,
I think
yeah.
that sounds like that's for other stuff. I
Oh,
can
who
make
should
a.
be holding on to that?
Say that again.
Let's have Vicehair hold on to it.
Hey, yeah, no, I'll hold on to it. Sure.
I trust your judgment. If we're all going to, if we're all going to die,
We're gonna do it
just
in style.
Let's do that thing.
Alright.
But probably try to get away from me before you do it, because I mean, if people hear a dragon and they're looking
Yeah,
for a
that's
dragon, they might just look at me and be like, "Ah, fuck."
That's true. Bloodscale might be able to
Absolutely.
just do it.
I've done it before.
See, there you go.
I think.
I wonder
No,
if that's
with
why
the
the general ran away.
I don't
with
know,
the
That
I'm-
range
motherfucker's
on-
got my bird.
Let's go.
You got your bird?
Yeah, I sent my bird
If
to
I
follow
find
him
your
and-
bird, I will bring it to you.
Please do.
Absolutely.
And
It's a
whoever
little
has it,
statue right now, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Right,
If I find it, I'll bring it on over.
Please. I'm gonna.
It might be in somebody's cut off hand.
That is perfect. I'm gonna make that a. You know what? I'll put the ring of gestures on it, and I'll use that. Like the sending stone, and I put my sending stone back in the ear if it wasn't already.
No, yours never had to leave the ear. Just for a second, but I
Oh,
think you
okay,
put it back.
alright.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
I'll
range on
eventually
those
get
is like 300 feet,
300
Mhm.
feet.
so we could create a chain.
It's true.
I don't know
Yeah.
how far away the rock is from the standing stone, but we could make a relay. We don't all have to be at the fights. How far away is the stone from the fights, Tay?
I would know.
Yeah, no, I'm
Maybe
thinking about it.
both.
Hold on one second. Let me
Math.
pull the map.
Math.
It's about 2 miles away.
What is,
Yeah, we can't change it.
Well, it's Uza's a quick boy who can fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this cave is. I'm gonna be really careful. I'm the only bird person in town, and Kingsguard knows me.
I'm the only dragon person in town. The King Guards know me. Apparently, the general knows me, so we might have a bigger problem.
Hold on.
Now we have this cool fire
I'm
lady
gonna
over
walk
here.
over. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna make your job a lot easier, and I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on him.
It's only lasts a minute.
Oh God. Do I have any longer term?
I think you have polymorph.
I don't have polymorph.
Let me tell you.
Oh,
what this
hang
is.
on a second, I might.
Polymorphing him won't do anything.
I have.
Let him be a sneaky boy. He's good at that.
I need to be able to fly to do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and do as much recon as I can.
But I have
I thought I had a greater.
another thing that might be helpful.
Okay, Molly has
That
it.
What do you want to use?
Sorry, I'm just looking at this.
Can't remember the name, but it's like pass out a trace or something.
Oh, pass without a trace. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be in range. That's a range around you spell.
Yeah, it's an area
Yeah.
around you. So if you want to, do you want to volunteer to go with him and sneak around?
Oh, oops, I didn't do that. I mean, sure, yeah. Why not?
Can you fly?
I'm a helper. No. So probably can't go.
Yes, I don't want to be a dick to the new guy. And like the whole fire thing's super cool, but I'm gonna be like flying. I
Alright.
should be right back. I'm hoping I'm right back. I'll meet
Well,
you
you're a
guys.
sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Should be okay. Oh, Uza, before
Yes.
you go, just if you don't know like what's going on or anything in general, just ask me, man. I'll tell you.
Alright, man.
Same, honestly. I thought that was clear.
I appreciate that. It's just a rough day.
Yeah.
I just mean in general, like if I remember correctly, you said like don't know what's going on before. And I'm pretty sure I said just ask, but yeah,
Yeah.
just ask. Everything's
Yeah.
okay. Just ask.
Like I get we're looking for your goblin buddy. It's got something for you guys. Look, I don't know a lot of people, and I certainly don't trust a lot of people. But I trust all of you guys, all of you. And I look at Zephyr when I say that the second time.
I have a hard time keeping his eyes.
I just
Bloodscale out of character just grabs Uza and hugs him. Not terribly hard because he has hollow bones, but hugs him.
You get a dragon hug.
I'm gonna wrap my wings around him, and enjoy this brace for exactly 3 seconds. 'Cause that's the rule.
2, 3,
The
and you
man
guys
hug.
break away, kind of giving the bro thing.
Actually, no. Bloodscale don't care.
You try to break away after 3 seconds, but you're held. How long do you hold him? 10,
Just
15 seconds?
just long enough to be awkward.
Okay, so as you go to break away,
4 seconds later.
yeah, as you go to break away, he kind of pulls you in a little deeper, and you're like, okay, and then he lets you go.
kind of
Like right before a normal person would say something. Just like that.
just tap him on the
Alright,
shoulder.
let's go see what's up with his Nini.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. And Bloodscale gently places the bed back to where it's supposed to be.
Perfect, and that's 9:30, so we'll go ahead and wrap there for tonight, and we'll dive into more of this next week and find out what the hell's going on. Sweet. All right, so sorry to leave you with more gladiator blue balls, Jess, but we will get you to that arena, I promise.
I think it was more
There will
just
be
the
murder.
opportunity seemed to slip away, and now that the opportunity's back, she might be better.
Okay.
No. Like, it was more like I thought about it, like, over the week. I'm like, shit, we can't pull a King's Guard. This
That's
would
okay.
not go well.
Some kick-ass dramatic tension, though. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
I
was-
wanted to. I'm like, oh god, I want to so bad. I'm like, no, if we do this.
It's very good thing that Vicehair wasn't with. Just been like, I don't know, I just burned him up already.
He's down! Congratulations!
Oh man, yeah. So that was it might not have been action packed, but it was really cool. We got the introduction of Tazir and being just pulled out of fire and craziness, being followed a little bit on our journey. The tension in the tunnels, which I think is going to be the name of this episode.
I still got to have my
you got your.
You
appetizers.
have to have your tea
It's
time.
so funny how different each three, like splitting the party actually ended up with 3 very unique, very different stories, which was kind of fun to play through.
And
So
the barbarians was the peaceful one.
that's the best part. Oh man, it's really funny. It's ridiculous how long I spent thinking of good food for you to eat.
Good.
Oh, man.
I gave you my intentions plain as day, so I'm glad they were accepted.
Yeah, I had to reward that kind of thinking, and I was like, well, okay, I got. So I spent way too long thinking of delicious food for you to eat. Oh man, so
Don't lie, you were hungry.
oh, I'm always hungry.
I'm fucking starving now.
Well, order
Go
some
to
wings.
Taco Bell.
Oh,
Fuck.
fucking hell. Oh yeah.
Alright.
So anyway,
I'm gonna go.
I'll add your last spell, Cordon of Arrows. It's not in Roll20, so I'll build it for you before next session, Molly.
I don't know what happened. Telekinesis disappeared off my character sheet.
Really? Okay. I'll make sure I'll add that for you.
Cool. I
And,
know. It's
anybody
not,
else
I
who's-
tried to do it, but
Oh,
it's not working.
Zephyr added the attack, like when you smack people with the
Yes,
staff of
thank
woodlands.
you so much.
Should
I
be
was
in there
like
now.
looking and I'm like, oh shit. 'Cause I could have sworn I put it in there and then
She just wanted to boop a boy.
Oh yeah.
Well, she had a chance to poop a boy.
Kablanc.
I was getting ready to and I'm like, fuck, it's not there. And then I thought of it, I'm like, oh, that's probably not a great.
Oh, so it's Ty's fault.
Well, it's always the DM's fault. I
Oh,
think.
so really quick.
You
like-
should
like,
know that.
It was alright that I was kind of like grabbing your character, right? Like, I was trying to stay in character but not be.
Hey,
He
you're-
broke out of your strength check. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, for your character to reach out to somebody, that's a pretty good thing.
I wanted to take care of him! I was worried about him!
Oh, and
Aw,
Uza's
yeah.
so pissed at you.
Salty. He is. He's so mad.
Oh man, that was intense.
Don't worry. Bloodskill's smoothing everything over.
Yeah.
With awkward hugs.
And Mesnos was needlessly defensive.
Oh.
If I was a
man.
tiny rat, man, I'd be defensive as well.
Oh yeah, well he's
Yeah.
like he's here for the Zephyr, and that's about that's what he's here
I
for.
think
Oh
that might be
my.
the first time Zephyr. Or, I think
That
that's the
was
first time-
alright, Mike, right?
What's that?
That was alright, though, right?
I look. That's your character choice. I don't think in any way that I'm mad at you. That was
no,
fucking
no,
awesome.
I'm
That was
just
a lot of
making
fun.
sure because, like, you don't want to necessarily storm over somebody's character, but I was trying to stay in character for mine.
No, and I think that works great because it allows Uza to kind of show off that character arc of no, do good no matter what, and
Yeah.
and Zephyr's
Okay.
kind of level-headedness, but I think it'll give us some chance of some really fun character progression here.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Flavorful
there's gonna
RP.
be some great saltiness in there. That's
Oh, And so we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream there. Say goodbye to the nice people, everybody.
Bye to the nice people, everybody.
Bye.
Nice people, everybody.
Bye.
And